Sacramento, giving you local sports coverage from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday.
Sactown Sports.
All guests come to you from the Folsom Lake Honda hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone. And then
Boom, with Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he.
Walter.
Dude, honestly.
Was that Frank and Elk Grove?
That was Frank and Elk Grove yesterday.
I told you why we can't go to the park.
It's already a story.
I was born 3 months premature.
I heard it.
It's closed today because they're spraying for bugs. Do you want to live with creepy crawlers all over?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. That fool heard park and stopped talking.
Oh, totally. Ears up.
You know what's funny is that lady with that dog
No park.
makes more money than we do with these videos.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
As does Walter.
Yeah. But you know what? He's going to die soon because that's what happens to dogs.
Mm.
And then he won't be yammering anymore. Take that, Walter, in your casket. Oh, hey, hold on.
That was absolutely insane.
Someone ate Walter last night. Yes, Walter has been eaten. Rest his soul. Rest in pooch. Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I'm good.
Hey, the jug is back.
The jug is
gone.
back, and you're gonna be in trouble. Yeah, actually, these. What am I at right now? I'm at Good Morning.
That sounds about right.
On the jug. Good morning. You know, I was telling my wife last night. These are actually
set the screen.
First couple times, I tried to drink these. It was a freaking marathon, dude. Like just, and then yesterday,
Not a sprint.
No, not a sprint.
Water. Why does it just taste better? We need it. Why doesn't it just taste better?
That's exactly. You know, and I don't hate the taste of water. It's just so boring. You know, and sometimes it's the best drink there is. Like sometimes there's nothing I want more than water. Period. It tastes amazing.
You know what the best water ever was? Was like early 90s hose water.
What happened early 90s hose water?
Yeah, what's up? Sounds like something you go, what's up, hose water?
Hey, you hose water.
Hey, you hose water. Take off, eh?
Watching the seas tonight?
The thing about hose water that was great is it had that rubber
kind of grit to it.
Yeah.
Same with water fountains.
You have to give it a second.
Yeah.
Because the first part was just lava.
Oh, we learned that. Yeah. You had to let it go for a while and then eventually it would cool down. Same thing, yeah, you're right, with the drinking fountains, which I always believe came right from a hose that was hidden.
Oh, the hidden hose?
The hidden hose in the fountain. Oh, that drinking water.
You're acting like a real hidden hose here now.
Playing playing basketball all summer on the blacktops at old Winston Churchill. And they had back when the chain nets. And man, they had one water fountain that was like air conditioned or something, because like it would get cold.
So you knew which one to go to.
Absolutely. The problem is that if you just hork down a bunch of water at once, you get the headache. So you had to kind of time yourself, and then you throw it all over your face, cool down.
No horking.
No horking. No. But
no horking from the hidden hose
at all. Now I've realized though now, like yesterday, I didn't even notice, but it was like 2:30, 3 o'clock, and I was just kind of absentmindedly refilling this jug. And I went, wait a minute, I already knocked this thing out. I mean, I knocked out like 1.5 of these.
No more water for me today.
But there is a downside.
Tapped out. Yeah?
Dude.
Are you Naked Gun in there?
I'm just freaking just a sprinkler.
Yeah.
Just cannot stop. Getting up at least probably an average of 1.5 times a night. Where like, and that's the worst.
What's
time.
the half?
Well, I'm saying if you average it out, sometimes it's just one. But yeah.
Solid stream.
I honestly, you know what? I did think about that though. I was like, God, I do wake up at least once a night, and it's the worst kind of wake up too, because you wake up, you're super tired, you're super comfortable.
Yeah, and you don't want to get out.
You don't want to get out.
But you got to go.
And your bladder's like, bro,
you're getting out of bed,
or you're not.
Yeah,
you can choose.
Or surprise for Melissa.
Right? Hello, but I'm going to throw in a dream here in a little bit that you're at the golden toilet or whatever, and next thing you know, it's going to be nice and wet in your bed. So I was like, God, if I drink all this water, man, I mean, I haven't peed my bed since I was a little kid.
Can you taper off, as far as maybe the last bit of water at 5?
Doesn't matter, but you just made me think of something that, sorry, I'm gonna get graphic here, but we've all been there. The worst ones, you're in the middle of the night, dude. You start peeing. It's one of those where you're like leaning on the wall. And here's the problem.
And you're kind of asleep.
And so, and I've been afraid before where I'm like,
how's your aim?
No, it's good. You know what I have it? You know what? I'll take a picture tonight.
What?
You know what? Light? No, you know what
Toilet light?
No, I have a regular old bathroom light, but I found this a couple years ago, shockingly, on Amazon, because they used to have them in bars. I have a little dartboard that goes in the toilet so like you can try bullseye, exactly.
Goal.
And so I've worried before about like, dude, what if you fell asleep while standing up and peeing, and then you just like, what a horrible, I come in with like a black eye. Who'd you fight last night? I was peeing. And then my son, we call it lazy pee, because my son will, like, if he's in the middle of playing a game, he loves to play, he plays chess. I know he plays chess on his phone, like a lot. And we call it lazy pee because we know what he's doing, dude. He goes in there and he doesn't want to miss. He just sits down so he can play. Play on the phone. He just
locks in.
That was lazy peeing.
Yeah.
So, anyways, here's the worst ones though. You're leaning against the wall. You're peeing. You're tired. Your eyes are half or completely closed, and then you're done. And then you start again
with the same amount of force,
and you stay there for 5 extra minutes because it won't stop.
Yeah.
And you almost think it's going to start coming out like when you turn on the hose and there's a bunch of air in it. And it's just like, and then you stay there. And then some girls don't have to do, but there's an art to the shake so it doesn't fly everywhere. And you're done. And you pull your pants up. And what happens? Just a tiny bit. You're like, really?
One last jump shot.
What are we doing here? What are we doing?
I've when I was a kid, I sleepwalked peed.
Really?
That's talent.
It wasn't even like it wasn't even at night. It was like 5 o'clock at night.
And you're what, taking a nap and
I like fell asleep on the couch. And like it's one of those, have you ever sleepwalked before? It's kind of this feeling of like you kind of know what's going on, but you don't know what's going on. So I kind of get up, and my mom was just sitting there, just like, "What are you doing?" I'm like just sleep talking, like going to the bathroom. It's like, all right, like she's already like got her antennas up, like something's up,
something's going on. You almost got killed by what was it, a lion?
A bull.
Bull. Yeah.
I go to the kitchen, go to the trash can, start to lift the lid up, get on my tippy toes.
No.
And my mom sees this, and like the kitchen is like right next to the backyard. She sprints over, opens the door, and just
shoves you out.
outside.
Didn't she watch Step Brothers? You can't wake up and sleep.
And so like it's one of those things of that's when I wake up and it's like, what is happening right now?
I woke up. I'm outside. My junk's in my hand.
Yeah.
That little grandma's riding by, giving me the finger.
I'm like 9 years old.
That ended. No more sleepwalking.
That was
do
like
it
the last
anymore?
time.
No. I've never sleepwalked.
I don't.
Slept-
I have.
well,
Slept.
I never have.
I don't think I have. I'm
Kinda-
certain I haven't.
Honestly, if I've never even seen anyone sleepwalk,
I haven't either.
that would
weird.
freak me out a
Yeah.
little bit. Like my dog sleeps with one eye open sometimes, and that trips me out. Like I don't know why, but it's like you're asleep and you're looking at me.
Yeah.
And then like his eye will like roll back.
Mhm.
Not into that. Anyway.
Yeah.
Hey, it's what's for dinner.
Yes.
What else is going on? Spaghetti. We had spaghetti last night. Hey, you know what's good in spaghetti? Weirdly enough, I found this out not that long ago, and I do it now. You put in the spaghetti sauce. By the way, I know if you know, you know, and if you don't, like, if you think it sounds absolutely weird, I hear you, and I'm not going to argue it. Northern or cannellini beans.
Okay.
It weirdly is good in spaghetti sauce. I don't know what the hell it is, but it's good. I don't know if I ate at somebody's house or it was a restaurant. It wouldn't have been a restaurant. I don't know, or spaghetti at a restaurant. I ate it or saw somebody eat it somehow. I can't remember.
You don't order spaghetti at a restaurant?
Never. Literally never.
Isn't that weird that there's some things you just
Even at the spaghetti factory?
Don't get me started on Spaghetti Factory, please. I don't want. They're a local business, I believe, that's struggling.
started. But even another Italian restaurant, just
because I'll go to an Italian restaurant and okay, I'm looking at the menu. I've got spaghetti, but I have ravioli, I have manicotti,
lasagna,
I have lasagna. What am I doing? It's like going to I don't know. It's like if I go to Denny's and I just order scrambled eggs and bacon. It's like I can do that at home. Give me moons over Miami or some other crap. I don't. If it's something I can easily make at home that's part of my regular rotation. I'm a sucker for a good club sandwich. I don't ever make club sandwiches. I'll make regular sandwich. Yeah. I don't do a lot of club sandwich. Little triangles, a triple decker.
Yeah.
I don't do that at home. I have been using the hell out of these new. I did get a jar of. I told you the jar of tamed jalapenos.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, let's just go good with everything.
Yeah, they behave themselves.
Oh, they do, and there's no
tamed.
Yeah, they are tamed. So
hey, we're not here to take over, pal.
No, yeah, we're just here to help.
Yeah,
they're the they're like the I don't know, something that helps.
They're providing compliments.
That's right. They're complimentary. They're a complimentary condiment.
Yeah,
they're not something that takes over like a caper.
Right. See this chip? I'm gonna just snuggle up on you.
I'm just gonna snuggle up on you.
Yeah.
Hey, okay. Last question, since we're talking about food. I was doing this last night, and then I thought, is this weird? So I love Klaus and pickles.
Weird.
You gotta find them in the fridge section.
You psycho.
Really?
Yeah.
Klaus and pickles are weird.
No.
Oh, okay. And so what I did last night, and I didn't even think about it because I've done it so many times before, but when I get the big Sam's Club, Costco like jug of pickles, right? Because the kids eat them too. And then when you're done, you just have this whole jug of pickle brine. So what I do is I never throw it out. I take a couple of red onions and I slice them super thin, and then I throw them into the jug,
the bath,
and to use the Klaus and pickle because it's such a good brine, and then it brines my onions. And I have pickled onions, right, which are fun. Again, another fun condiment. It's another fun condiment. Have fun with condiments. And then my
dad used to do that.
Did he do? Okay. My wife was like, "That's kind of weird. You can make your own." I'm like, "Why would I make this is already ready?"
Yeah, it's not wasteful.
It's not wasteful.
It's resourceful.
And I'm not going to make a brine as good as the Clausen brine. I'm not using Vlasic.
Yeah.
Joke of that's a Vlasic's like a.
It's the NIT of pickles.
It really is. It's the GoBots of pickles.
Aren't they the same?
No.
Oh, whoa.
I thought it was like Hellman's and.
No, dude.
Like Hardee's and Carl's Jr.
Yeah.
Here's all you need. I mean, this is the first thing.
I think Dave wants to fight you.
Vlasic, you go in the pickle section or whatever the hell it is, and it's next to like the black olives, right? Where are you going to find Clausen pickles? In the refrigerated. You'll never see Clausen pickles outside of the refrigerated section for a reason. It's a better. It's more of a cucumber. Like
it's classy.
It is. It's the classy, the crispness. Vlasic is just like, hey, let's just throw these little turd cucumbers in there, and with this overwhelming brine, everything's dark green. Clausen pickles are light green. They're light green. They're fresh. You can taste the dill in them, like the real fresh dill. They're super good. I guarantee you, if I brought in Vlasic pickles and Clausen, I could bring in whatever brand of pickles you want, like Vlasic, and then line them up with Clausen. 1,000 out of 1,000 times, I would know which one was the Clausen, and so would you. Clausen pickles. Find them in your refrigerated section. Speaking of sponsored things, we've got all kinds of stuff coming up today, including Kelly Brothers.
Yes.
What is he good at?
Good at business.
Yeah. There it is. Also, now I know.
Also, more confusion involving Christian McCaffrey. We've got week 2 of the NFL, Bills and Dolphins. And Jason, you're going to, Jesus, take the wheel. Jason, take the wheel on this because it's your neck of the woods. What is going on with the Pac-12? I go to sleep in something and I wake up in something else. And is there any chance, now don't answer this now, but is there any chance there could be a stinger in the Pac-12? What? We'll take a break. We'll come back. Leading off is next.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sactown Sports and the Sactown Sports app.
Well, I don't know if there'll be a Stingers Up in the Pac-12, but I do know for a fact there will be a Stingers Up this weekend at home, Hornets Stadium, in the home opener for Sacramento State football. A battle between two playoff teams from last year. Nichols. Oh, Dave hates Nichols. Nichols, they're coming in to Sacramento State in a battle of two top 25 teams. Hornets, they're number 11. Nichols, number 24.
You know what I hate most about Nichols? They switched the samples so they could make Provasic
pickles.
Provasic pickles.
Put it all together. All together. And they're in the freezer section. They're the worst.
They're the worst.
There will be a post-game fireworks show Saturday night, so get on out there. Game time, 6 o'clock, Hornet Stadium. You want tickets? Here's how you do it. Log on to hornetsports.com for your tickets to Saturday night's home opener between the Hornets and the Colonels. The Colonels from Nichols? The Colonels?
What name is that? Ooh.
From Nichols.
What happens after they pop? Are they still the Colonels?
Once you pop, you can't stop.
Stupid Nichols.
All right, so always remember, Stingers up.
Stingers up.
Model year-end pricing is back at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
During the model year-end event, lower interest rates at Folsom Lake Honda make lower payments. It's no wonder why Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop. Come in today or check out our entire inventory online at folsomlakehonda.com.
Get an instant cash offer for your trade at folsomlakehonda.com. We'll buy your car whether you buy from us or not. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda.
Go to folsomlakehonda.com.
Your one-stop Honda shop.
Get your tickets for the Marysville Stampede September 14th and 15th at marysvillestampede.com.
Let's do it. Leading off, the 3 top stories in the morning.
Huge news. This is very important.
Here's cut number 1.
Take 2 back to throw. Wants a deep one. Downfield. He's got Tyreek. Tyreek at the 40, 35, 39. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Miami! Oh my gosh. Speed kills once again. Tyreek Hill to the house. 80 yards.
Aw.
Oh, love that song.
Love that Miami jingle.
Miami jingle. Oh, I remember. So, Hell or High Water going to be at Super Bowl Radio Row in New Orleans because it's New Orleans, right? In February. So you and I were talking yesterday.
You're confirming this?
I'm going to be there.
Okay.
I don't know what the hell else is going on.
Hell or High Water.
Hell or High Water. And it turns out that you got the Super Bowl is on the 9th this year.
Correct.
So it's a week back ahead.
I don't know.
Okay, whatever. Later than it usually is.
Okay.
And then the following week, the Kings going into the All-Star break have back-to-backs in New Orleans.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's like, get there, stay there. And on top of that, I told you yesterday, the couple we always travel with, they got a big wedding anniversary, and they got engaged in New Orleans. So our normal February trip that we take for the All-Star break, we were already going to New Orleans. We didn't even put it together, all of that, right? It's your little thing hit you in the eye right there. That's funny. So he's drinking a water bottle in the cap. Anyways, I'm all excited. I call it, got a text thread. Here we go. We're doing the thing. I'll be there already. I'll get an Airbnb. I'll meet you guys at the airport. I even found
staying for a month.
Just 2 weeks in New Orleans, 2 Kings games going to the. It's perfect.
Until
my wife
Mason has practice
and Ron, screw Mason. He can figure it out. My wife and our buddy are both teachers, right? And the week they get off is the following week. Set the screen
after the Kings week.
Yep, that's the week. So I'd have to stay in New Orleans for 3 weeks.
What's the problem?
That's an excellent point, Jason Ross. I don't know. 3 weeks in New Orleans, 2 of them by myself.
What if you got an apartment, you had first and last month, and you just
stayed there?
Yeah.
What if they showed up and you're just total Louisiana guy at that point?
How would that sound, Chris?
Go get there and get the ball there.
Yeah.
That'd be the best.
Just like got a big piece of straw.
Wait, okay. You go there Super Bowl week.
Yep.
Stay for Kings week.
Yep.
Family and friends come out the next week.
Yeah.
And then about 1 more week later, Mardi Gras.
Let me tell you, dude.
So I think you got a solid month. Metairie Dave.
Is it weird?
Kenner Dave.
Is it weird that I know this is weird. I know it is. I shouldn't even say is. I have negative interest in going to Mardi
that's
Gras.
not weird.
Okay, it's
that's
not.
Weird,
like Mardi Gras kind of scares. I don't. And part of it is right when all the COVIDs. I was in New Orleans for the first day of Mardi Gras. Just happened to be in February of 2020. And I was incredibly sick on the plane back home. And, everybody says, I had COVID 17 times before. I'm pretty convinced that was my first round with
you were in a buffet right there.
Because I was right in the middle of like, here's some lady.
Bump your booty out there, brother.
Feathers on her head.
Yeah, those aren't feathers.
The glowy glasses and all the Mardi Gras stuff. But there's a
I
chance.
went to school with glowy glasses.
Glowy glasses. Yeah, she's
really nice.
In the she's a professional wrestler now.
She was lab partners with Annie Muffalo, right?
Yes. Now there's a chance that you and I might be out there at the same time.
Yeah.
And if that happens, confirmed, you're taking me to dinner. And I'm very excited about that. Literally, maybe the most excited about that.
I think I might have to take my vacation around that time.
See?
We will not be fasting then.
Oh, no, we will be slowing.
Yeah.
That's why you're doing this diet is for New Orleans next year.
He's prepping for the month and a half he's going to be in New Orleans.
Impossible to diet. I wouldn't even try to follow. I'm having my crab eggs Benedict. F you, pal. I'm doing it all. I don't even
thankful
care.
to be in New Orleans when it's not humid.
Yeah, because February's not. February's beautiful there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
summer when I went.
Oh yeah, I don't know how you do that.
Gross.
You're just basically drinking sweet tea and sweating.
This flower is a wilting here in this Louisiana heat.
In a different order.
Wearing overalls with no shirt underneath, a little straw in your mouth, drinking sweet tea out of a mason jar and swinging on one of them white benches on the porch, whatever. There's a porch.
Afternoon, sir.
Shotgun next to you.
Yes.
And
Walter.
So anyways, Bills Dolphins.
Yeah, tonight.
5:15 tonight. Amazon Prime.
How does that happen? Do they deliver the game?
Yes. It actually
I didn't order it.
If you pay extra, you could have gotten it overnight. Yeah. But they'll hide it.
What if I just have Amazon?
But not Amazon Prime? You're just finding out that you can order more than books.
Yeah. The game's in black and white.
It's a pop-up game. Yeah, Bills at Dolphins. Both battle of undefeateds.
Really? Is this game of the year?
I would say thus far, game of the year. We'll look more at week 1 coming up, but just a quick check of the schedule here, Jason. And
game of the week?
Well,
nominee?
Normally, I would say Bengals at Chiefs would be a pretty darned good one. The Browns at Jaguars. Saints at Cowboys. It's battle of undefeated. Derek Carr, Dak Prescott. This time it's for real. Yeah, Carr, Prescott, Carr. Nope, I think it's going to be this one. Miami favored by 2.5. Looks like it'll be 87 degrees and humid in Miami. You're going to see a lot of cramping. I mean, imagine Buffalo's going to Miami's and dealing with 87 and humid.
If a Bill played a Dolphin.
So Buffalo
played a Dolphin.
Well, it just depends. If it's in deep water, give me the fish.
Yeah.
If it's on on land,
whale, famous fish.
Yeah.
Sorry, dolphin.
And
they're out of water.
Yeah, if it's a fish out of water, Buffalo's just gonna Buffalo. Yeah, yes.
Circle the wagon.
Buffalo Stampede actually sounds more fun than Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
Oh, we're already out of time. Well, the Pac-12 did some stuff, and Chris McCaffrey
more later.
All that. So we'll talk about that. In the meantime, Bills Dolphins tonight. We've got some injury updates for you, and we'll do basically what we just did, just more in depth as we preview week 2 as well.
Better.
But it'll be a lot better.
Yeah.
And more in depth coming up right after this.
The Sacramento Kings play here.
He's got the triple. Sacramento takes the lead.
Get your Kings fix all season long right here on your home of the Sacramento Kings, Sactown Sports and SactownSports.com.
DC here, and if you've been thinking about a new car, you gotta see my friends at Folsom Lake Kia. You can always count on low payments and zero down deals with approved credit. Folsom Lake Kia, over 25 years, right here in Folsom.
Hey, listen up. This is your Sactown Sports and live events calendar. First on the lineup is the Lodi Grape Festival coming September 12th through the 15th. And then rock out to Zeppelin USA at Thunder Valley on September 19th. On September 20th, laugh your heart out with comedy superstar Nikki Glazer at Thunder Valley. And the laughs keep on coming on September 21st with George Lopez when he takes the stage at Hard Rock Live Sacramento. If you're a country fan, you won't want to miss Winona Judd at Hard Rock Live on September 28th. And then on October 4th, comedy legend Rob Schneider is bringing the laughs to Hard Rock Live Sacramento. On October 20th, you don't want to miss Renee Vaca as he brings his hilarious stand-up to the Crest Theater. And finally, gear up for the ultimate Halloween bash with a $5,000 costume contest. It's Sinners and Saints Saturday at Thunder Valley on Saturday, October 26th. Costumes, music, and plenty of thrills. And that's your Sactown Sports live events calendar. For details, go to SactownSports.com. And stay locked on to Sactown Sports for your chance to win tickets.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code CLEAN to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code CLEAN for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code CLEAN for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
When it comes to fighting for families and protecting kids, no one works harder than our Assemblyman, Josh Hoover. A member of the Bipartisan Problem Solvers Caucus, Hoover has worked across party lines and proposed tougher penalties for fentanyl crimes, stricter sentences for drug trafficking near schools, and RILA's law to make sure anyone who abuses a child is held accountable. A former school board member, Josh has fought to support school police officers, prohibit homeless encampments near schools, and increase funding for school facilities. Josh Hoover knows that families have been paying more for everything from gas and groceries to utilities and insurance. In the Assembly, Josh is working to provide relief to families, reduce the cost of housing, and stop Gavin Newsom from raising gas prices even more next year. Josh Hoover is making a difference for our families, our community, and our future. Our voice, our Assemblyman, Josh Hoover.
Paid for by Hoover for Assembly 2024.
My friends swim no matter the season, but my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis can sometimes take me out of the moment. Now, thanks to Skyrizi and clear skin, count me in. With Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. 3 out of 4 people achieve 90% clear skin at 4 months.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Ask your doctor today about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist-prescribed biologic in psoriasis, and visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
You guys got a new Honda? Well, it was like this. My mom was driving me to school when, bam, our car started smoking. My mom wasn't happy, so she called my dad and said, honey, if you value your life and our marriage, you will take care of this now. So my dad calls up Stockton Honda and was like, can you get me approved for a new car and save my marriage? And they're all, sure, Mr. Jones, we do this every day. And just like that, Stockton Honda to the rescue. StocktonHonda.com.
I would end the day with sore feet, sore legs. The drugstore inserts that I was purchasing were really not very useful at all. I walked into the Good Feet store and the guy kind of grinned at me and said, I hear that a lot. I was living with chronic pain before going to the Good Feet store. Now I don't really have that problem. I'm able to do the things that I expect to be able to do, even at my advanced age. I feel pretty good about what's going on.
Come to the Good Feet store now for a free fitting and test walk.
Get your tickets for the Marysville Stampede September 14th and 15th at marysvillestampede.com.
Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140
on Sactown Sports.
Welcome back. Bills Dolphins tonight. The last time Josh Allen, for you bettors out there, 1-800-GAMBLER. The last time Josh Allen has had 6 games in his career on Thursday night. The last time he lost a Thursday night game, I don't know. It's never happened. He's 6-0.
Did not know that.
Sure about that?
Sure about him being 6-0?
I thought I saw 5-0.
I'm looking at.
I thought I saw
StatMuse says he's never lost on Thursday in his career. He's 6-0.
Oh, it doesn't matter. I have to change my what's hot.
Oh, well, no one will remember by then.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. I think I'll go with that.
Yeah, you should. No one will remember. Ordering this game from Prime has 2 options, by the way, according to the text line. You can get hardback or soft cover. So, also, I was doing the whole, I had the list of things that weren't invented.
Oh, yeah.
The last time the Raiders won a playoff game.
Oh, boy.
I know Raiders
started again.
That's what everyone thinks. I got something even worse.
Are you talking about Frank again?
Frank's listening right now, just getting ready. I got something even worse. I got something even worse than all the things like the iPhone that weren't around the last time the Raiders won a playoff game. 1992 was the last time the Niners won in Minnesota. They play in Minnesota this weekend.
Really?
1992. The 49ers have not won on the road against the Minnesota Vikings since 1992. Also, the iPhone hadn't been invented yet.
There are some people that work here that weren't alive.
There are a few. I was still in school.
Maybe that's why Chris Watkins is a Vikings fan.
He's never seen the Vikings lose at home to the Niners.
Yeah.
That's the Niners didn't win their last championship until 2 years after that.
Yeah.
With old Steve Young.
Yeah. And a good thing they didn't have to go through Minnesota.
Whew, my goodness. Hey, let's end that. And is this a Sam Darnold revenge game?
Yeah.
Christian
He's
McCaffrey.
ticked off.
He is Shotgun Sam.
Yeah. You don't like him when he's angry.
You do not like him when he's angry.
Yeah.
So look out for that.
Shotgun Sam versus Sourdough Sam?
Yeah, I'm going to take Shotgun. What's Sourdough Sam going to do? Bake? Oh, he's going to cook.
He's going to cook and smell good.
Just smell good. Does sourdough bread smell good?
Yeah. Well, any bread when it's being
Yeah.
cooked. Sourdough.
I mean, it's
one of the top breads.
Yeah.
Name one better.
No, just trying to think of breads that stand out other than like what about like
French?
cinnamon raisin? French bread's fine, but that's more of a shape than I mean, I don't take you just gave me like a piece of French bread. Well, it's bread. Now when it's baking, it's amazing. Don't get me wrong. But sourdough, cinnamon
Dutch
raisin. Okay. We really need to talk about the Bills Dolphins here. Yeah. I already screwed up the last segment, but I got to tell you something about Dutch Crunch bread. Right here.
No.
Right here with
Roof
Dutch
of the
Crunch.
mouth?
No, it's like it's not a hard outside, but I don't know what you call that, like how it's fluffy in the middle, but whatever. Every time I make a sandwich with Dutch Crunch bread, you know what happens? Right outside, the meat and everything slides out the back because you have to bite down extra hard to get through the candy coated shell, and then the force pushes it out. And everyone's like, "Oh, Dutch Crunch bread." Like, no, I want a bread that when I bite into it, like a sandwich bread, you just kind of sink into it, like muffaletta. Is the perfect sandwich bread. It just it's all give. It's like puffy tacos in San Antonio. It's like you're biting into a cloud. Dutch Crunch bread, you've got to wrestle with it.
Yeah, it's a battle, and you lose because the meat goes out.
And the meat goes out, exactly.
And the goods.
But everyone's like, "Oh, Dutch Crunch bread." No, not Dutch Crunch bread.
Okay.
You know what Dutch Crunch bread is actually weirdly good for is French toast. But you have to soak it for a longer time to get it to permeate. Would bread's on the Mount Rushmore smells, right?
Yeah.
Bacon, bread, popcorn. You know what I really like though is like I don't know what the smell is. Cookies, but like what are the little bags of like pine cones and crap that smell good that you hang up at the holidays? It's like a pine cone and it's like cinnamony, and I like that smell.
Okay.
Anyway, Bills Dolphins tonight. It's gonna be one of those shows. I can just tell you that I need to
It's not even Friday.
I need to take a pill or something. It's happening. No one try to distract me today, please. Everyone just this is one of those days. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to this game. Josh Allen, Tua Tagovailoa, Tyreek Hill.
Running back situation for the Dolphins, a little sketch.
Yeah, kind of. But not that, look, it's not like they want to miss Raheem Mostert.
Yeah, and then Achane is questionable.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. If Achane is hurting, that's an issue. Although you have X9er, that's all they have is X9er. So Jeff Wilson Jr. will go for 900.
Yeah, Tom Rathman, Roger Craig.
Yeah, yes.
They're all in there.
Well, by the way, Roger Craig news later. Oh, yeah, weirdly enough. But if Achane is healthy and does go, that will be kind of interesting. I would like to see what Devon Achane can do with a full start behind him, because he does show every sign of being a top flight running back if he was given the workhorse.
Yeah, and it's obviously it's week 2. It's really, really early, but what a nice spot to be in for the winner, to be 2-0.
Yeah, that's a divisional game.
Yeah, divisional game. If you're Buffalo and you went on the road, that's always nice. You know that you've got Miami coming back up to your place. But if it's the Dolphins, who I would say more people are picking Buffalo to win that division, or some are even picking the Jets.
Yeah.
Not that people are ignoring the Dolphins, but if Miami could jump out to a 2-0 start with 2 AFC wins, beating Jacksonville last week.
Yeah.
And, again, 2 home games, but taking care of business, and it'd be really nice for them.
The NFC East, as of right now, one of 2 divisions that have 3 undefeated teams, the other being the NFC North. I weirdly think that that's not going to last.
Yeah.
But the NFC East, and by the way, one of those undefeated teams is the Patriots.
Yeah.
The NFC East has a chance to, or AFC East, I'm sorry. The AFC East has a chance to be the best division in football, I think. I don't think they will, but it really, to me, depends on the Jets.
Yeah.
I could see the Bills and Dolphins both being, 11-6, 12-5.
The AFC North is really complete. I know the Bengals lost. It was really bad. And the Browns.
Yeah,
did not
that's
have a
my
great
problem.
Week.
Steelers and Browns.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Now, again, the Browns lost to the Cowboys. I think the Cowboys are good, but we'll see. We'll see as the season goes along. But I think that division is really complete.
Josh Allen versus Tua Tagovailoa. There's going to be a lot of offense, you would think, tonight, which is going to make for a fun game. I think it just comes down for me, and Miami's actually favored in this one, but
really?
They are.
What, 2.5?
I think you actually
2.5.
I think you just nailed it. Yeah, Miami 2.5. Over under also 48.5. Ugh. That smells to me like Bills in the over.
Okay.
Yeah, Bills in the over. It's just going to come down to which defense cannot be a total gas can. So stupid. I hate this league I'm in. I'm sorry. Well, I was like, oh, hey, it's the one league where everyone else is retired and does nothing but
say the backup Dolphin runners.
Literally just Jeff Wilson Jr. Yeah, nice. Take it. All year. It does not matter. It's just they're taken. And if you're out there going, well, of course, trust me, this happens. I could probably look up Kyle Juszczyk and somebody's going to be, oh, no, that he was drafted.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't like 12-team league is too much. I prefer.
Difficult.
It really is. And it's not, look, if it was a full-time thing, but it's just too. It's like doing a basketball league, the ones where you can change your lineups every day. I don't have time for that. Let me change my lineups once a week and then let's go. Look at how many games they have. That's just you know what that is? That's just goofy.
We don't like goofy.
We don't like goofy at all. Other week we were talking about matchups for week 2, just an early look. We'll get into it more tomorrow with Greg Papa and everyone else joining us. Saints Cowboys on Fox. That's 10 a.m. That'll be a good morning game. Also, speaking of battle of undefeateds, I know 1-0, but Buccaneers Lions both won their divisions right last year. Yeah. That's in Detroit. Detroit favored by 7.5. Cowboys a 6-point favorite at home. Be interesting to see the Jets at Titans. The only reason I'm interested, I want to see the Jets play a team that isn't the Niners,
right?
And really I'll get a better gauge now. If the Jets are struggling, by the way, I think Tennessee's going to be. I don't want to say a tough out this year, but they're not Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
They're not. This is a team that'll put up some fights. Niners Vikings, that's your morning game as well. So if you're not Sunday ticketing, you will not get Saints Cowboys or Bucks Lions. You'll be watching the Niners Vikings with cut-ins there. Seahawks at Patriots, whatever. Giants and Commanders, that's gonna be a battle of.
Someone's got to win, or that's got tie potential.
I got to be honest. Washington's playing at home. They're 1.5-point favorite in this one. That seems low. Just don't know what the Giants have to offer.
Yeah.
Feels like a Washington.
Leaving the Commanders that much?
I don't necessarily believe in them. I certainly don't think they're great or good. But I think that defense is fine. I just think the Giants have nothing. They just have nothing at all to offer. Colts, Packers. That'll be interesting with Indianapolis favored by 3 in Green Bay. But the problem is that's the thing. Green Bay start Malik Willis.
Right.
This could be ugly.
Yeah.
And we talked about it yesterday. Unless Malik Willis has learned a bunch, like how to be a quarterback, they're screwed.
That's a tough one to learn.
It really, really is. We'll get into more of this stuff as the old day progresses on this program. Also, by the way, Raiders, a lot of morning games. Raiders, Ravens in the morning too. So that's what it's going to be. It's going to be Niners, Vikings there, and Raiders, Ravens over there. Ravens incidentally favored by 9. Frank thinks they're going to win.
Mm-hmm.
The Raiders are.
Yes,
but
didn't bet.
Didn't bet. Didn't
Nope.
want to wear the jersey. Okay. We'll take a break. When we come back, safer outs. Manny Machado. I thought Manny Machado was a bust with the Padres. I think he kind of still is.
Okay.
He's
maybe this fact will tell you that he's not.
Maybe this fact will tell you that he isn't. Also, something kind of cool about the Oakland A's and how they've been playing this year. And who's your surprise team this year? Now that we're gearing towards the playoffs, who's the old surprise team in baseball as we near about 15, 16 games left? We'll get to all that in just a moment. Except before we do, I want to talk to you about what day it is, or more importantly, what days it is, Jason Ross, because right now, going on at Hoblet, it's Ram Power Days. Look, if you're looking for the right hard-to-find Ram Heavy Duty, it's great news for you. Right here at 6:46 in the morning, I have wonderful news. Hoblet's got them. And right now, you can save up to $15,500 off MSRP on all new 2024 Ram 2500s, or as it says here, 2204, which is very long in the future. It's 2024, trust me. That's why Hoblet's California's #1 Ram truck dealer, #3 in the nation, because they always seem to have the best deals and the biggest selection of Ram trucks, plus over 400 Ram trucks available, including those hard-to-find heavy duties. Find your new heavy-duty Ram at the Hoblet Ram Truck Center. See their whole inventory at hobletdodge.com. And please remember to check out the Hoblet Used Car Super Center in downtown Woodland with 50 cars under 20 grand. 50 cars under $20,000 is where I got mine. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period. Quick break, 2 minutes. We'll come back. For Madness is at 7:13. Safer Outnet.
Trying to find out where to catch your favorite team's games?
Are you a fan of the Kings, Niners, and the NFL? Well, Sactown Sports has you covered.
Touchdown! San Francisco! It's all on his shoulders. Cox rocks. He fires for the win. He's got the triple.
Catch all your Kings, Niners, and NFL games all year long on Sactown Sports and SactownSports.com.
Do you have old baseball cards and sports memorabilia from the 50s and 60s collecting dust in your closet? They could be very valuable in any condition. Find out at the Sports Cards Roadshow. We'll be in the Sacramento area to evaluate your old and modern sports cards. Visit sportscardsroadshow.com today to schedule your appointment. Ask about your free on-site sports card evaluation. For large vintage and modern collections, we can come to you. Skip the garage sale. Sports Cards Roadshow is buying. Call 1-800-560-3272 today or visit sportscardsroadshow.com.
Hello? Hey, it's Ted from Consumer Cellular, the guy in the orange sweater, and this is your wake-up call. Did you know we've got you fully covered?
I've taken up beekeeping. I'm always covered.
I'm talking the same fast, reliable nationwide coverage at up to half the cost.
Same honey, half the work?
Exactly.
Sweet.
Just call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com.
Savings based on cost of Consumer Cellular single line 1, 5, and 10 gig data plans with unlimited talk and text compared to lowest cost single line postpaid unlimited talk, text, and data plans offered by T-Mobile and Verizon January 2024.
Ulta Beauty's 21 Days of Beauty event is back. From now until September 19th, score over 200 daily beauty steals at 50% off in every category. And check Ulta.com daily to get them all before they're gone. Take 50% off bestsellers from brands like Estee Lauder and Supergoop. Plus, say hello to new finds from brands like Dyson and Sol de Janeiro. And Ilia is now at Ulta Beauty in select stores and online. Shop in-store at Ulta.com or try pickup today. Ulta Beauty. The possibilities are beautiful. Conditions apply while supplies last.
Silverado savings spectacular now at Maida Chevy with $13,000 off MSRP. Every new Silverado half-ton LTZ in stock after rebates. $12,500 off every Silverado half-ton High Country after rebate. And $11,000 off all new Silverado half-ton RSTs exclusively at Maida Chevy at MaidaChevy.com. Sacramento Silverado headquarters. Whatever Silverado you choose, you'll save thousands at Maida Chevy. Together, let's drive.
Not available with special financing and lease and some other offers. Must trade in 2010 model year or newer. Ends 9/30/24.
Get your tickets for the Marysville Stampede September 14th and 15th at MarysvilleStampede.com.
Safe or out? It's time to go around baseball. 3 pitches, 3 swings. It's safe or out on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Excuse me. Coming up, the Chris McCaffrey decision was a group decision. Should he go on the IR? And also, what's going on with everybody's mics today? Some Roger Craig news, not the recently passed owner or manager, excuse me, baby, but the 49er. Yeah, the microphone it sounds like how I sounded the first time I worked out a month ago. Just creaking and cracking and crawling. In the meantime, here's
you don't want to be around creepy crawlers.
How you don't? Walter. Here's Chris Rolla. Question 1.
Manny Machado hit his 164th career home run as a San Diego Padre a couple of nights ago, giving him the all-time lead in Padres history. Safe or out? That is kind of sad how low that number is.
It's lowest by far of any team.
Jeez. And is that the park? No.
That's nobody stays as a Padre very long.
Which is so weird because everyone's San Diego is the best.
I mean, okay, it's unfair to compare to the Yankees. It's I think it's Mantle with 600 or 500 or something. And people change teams.
Sure.
But I remember looking at the Marlins. I'm like, oh, there's this Stanton, even though he wasn't on there, is 250. And a bunch of these other teams are way above that, 400, 500, 300.
Yeah, that is weird, man. I'm thinking Phil Nevin, I think, had 30 with them one year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so weird, too, when you think about that with San Diego. There are many who say San Diego may be the best place in the United States to live.
I personally think it might be number 1 in weather.
Okay. But then it might be number 1,000 in sports towns.
Fair.
The Chargers are perpetually terrible.
Yeah.
Especially with them not being there.
Yeah. The Clippers were perpetually terrible and left. I think baseball's all they have left, right? I'm not missing anything. Yeah. The Padres are perpetually terrible with breaks for, losing to the Tigers in the World Series in '84.
And
Yankees. And then everyone leaves. So what is that?
Yeah.
What the hell is going on in San Diego? Is this what San Diego should be? Everyone talks about the South Beach. Miami's always gonna, you playing in Miami. Everyone wants to live. Well, I'd rather live in San Diego than Miami any day of the week. So what are we doing here? Close proximity to LA for endorsements? That screw the home runs. That's weird, but that really brings up a great point.
Tony Gwynn stayed. That's the one, right? People have come through there. Dave Winfield, Gary Sheffield, Fred McGriff, home run hitters, guys that have hit a ton, but they didn't stay long enough.
No, it's just
maybe that'll be Tatis someday.
You think it would? Although, Manny, what was the number again with Manny Machado?
164 as a Padre.
164. That's wow. That is that's 3 years of Aaron Judge.
I was to say that 3 years of Judge, 3 of Ohtani, something like that. Yeah.
All right, number 2, please.
4 MLB teams have mathematically been eliminated from the postseason. Safe or out? It is shocking that the Oakland A's are not one of them.
Yeah. I mean, for you did not think there would be anything. And not that they're winning anything.
I the reason why I was pausing is, of course, if you watch right now, I'm like, well, yeah, they've been really hot. But beginning of the year, if you'd have told me on September 12th,
It's still be alive.
I'd be like, yeah, I'm sure they will be.
Yeah.
Good for them. Good for the players. Good for, Jerry Reinsdorf had made a statement yesterday. And part of it was he's like, well, this has been a challenging year, but, props to the players for, being professional and coming to work through all this.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever, exactly. But really, it's not just that the A's were picked by everyone to suck, but also with all this relocation on top of it. And these guys still, and sometimes that bonds people together, us against the world. There's nothing stronger in a locker room than that. You've got some real young talent on this team for now that is doing quite well. Now it's just a matter of how much will John Fisher get for these guys,
right?
And you'd like to think hey, you know what? A normal team, you'd hold on to that 3-4 guy offensive core, build on it, maybe bring in some starting pitching. I have something to work with next year.
Intrigued.
Also, shouts to Mark Kotze as well for really kind of keeping all that together. What do you call me again?
Carmaker
Dave.
Yeah.
Number 3, please.
See, for out, when looking at the standings, there's a clear-cut surprise team in baseball.
I'm going to say out because there are some surprising teams. The Guardians, I don't think they're necessarily surprising that they're good.
They have the best record in the AL.
Yeah, they do.
Where'd that come
They're
from?
tied with the Yankees, 22 games over 500. But look at the Royals.
Yeah.
Look at the Royals, just 4.5 behind them.
Look at them.
I don't think anyone expected the Phillies to have the best record in baseball, but but the Mets, including a big rally last night, they were getting no hit.
Yeah.
They're 14 games over 500. I think the Brewers, they just kind of quietly brewer.
I would say the one still that jumps out to me, and this is in a negative way, would be the White Sox. I mean, I don't know what anybody thought they would be, but who was it? I think it was the late, great Whitey Herzog would say, every team's going to win 60. Every team's going to lose 60. It's what you do with the other, 42?
Yeah.
Not every team's going to win 60?
Wait.
Exactly. They're not even going to be close. They're 33 wins. They may not get to 40.
Yeah, that's...
I mean, they're historically bad. That was surprising.
Hold on a second. No, you threw me there. It's every team wins 54, every team loses 54. It's what you do with the other 54, I thought.
That's that's
Isn't that what he
that's
said?
the even, or maybe you did. I could have sworn he said 60.
Maybe I could be wrong. It's Whitey Herzog.
Well,
Either
he's
way.
not even right on that premise,
he's not.
right? Excuse me, Whitey.
Yeah. Rest in peace?
Yes.
Yeah, rest in
Just recently.
Really? I don't remember that. Oh, was that when we went down the whole Dan Quisenberry and
maybe?
I won't go down that road again. We'll take a break when we come back. What went into the decision on Christian McCaffrey not playing and some new information? Could he be active this Sunday? We yo-yo back and forth. And Roger Craig, former 49er in the news for a good reason. We'll get to that in just 1 minute.
The NFL's leading rusher plays here.
And a handoff to McCaffrey, walks in the end zone. Handoff to McCaffrey, takes it right down to the goal line. He does his thing again. McCaffrey goes in motion right. Backwards pass led by Juszczyk. A block there. Hurdles a man. 10-5. Touchdown! CMC!
You can hear all of Christian McCaffrey's touchdowns on your home for 49ers football. Sactown Sports.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets with nowhere to go. I didn't think I'd survive. But I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year. For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there.
Covenant House helped me break the cycle of homelessness in my family. They gave me the love that I needed.
Over 2,000 young people will sleep safely in a Covenant House bed tonight. When youth who are experiencing homelessness have a hot meal, a safe place to sleep, medical care, and love, they can overcome heartbreaking challenges and have a brighter future.
They just really genuinely just wanted to help me succeed, and I'm succeeding. I'm a speaker, I'm an author. Covenant House really helped me and really helped mold me into the woman I am today.
If you or someone you love is asking for help, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
It's Capital Casino, Sacramento's #1 poker room. And guess what? Primetime football is back. Capital Casino is giving away $500 per game in high-hand bonuses for every Sunday, Monday, and Thursday night primetime game. As always, offering the best food, the best service, and the best action with the most variety of games in the region, conveniently located in downtown Sacramento. So check them out, Capital Casino, and always remember to gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Sacramento, Dierks Bentley's coming to town.
Getting drunk on a plane.
For his only show in California this year, Saturday, September 28th at Heart Health Park for Country in the Park 2.
What was I thinking?
And he's bringing some friends. Parmalee.
I want to close your eyes for this.
Tyler Rich. Dasha.
Did your boobs stop working?
And more. Saturday, September 28th at Heart Health Park. Get your tickets today before they're sold out at CITPFest.com.
Brought to you by the California Army National Guard and Red's Pizzeria and Tap House.
Jerry and Kenny here from Bell Brothers, the No Surprise guys. We love that old song, Respect. You know, RESPECT. It's a good song and a good business philosophy. At Bell Brothers, everything we do is designed to show respect for our customers. We show up on time out of respect. Our technicians are clean-cut, friendly, and wear identification badges out of respect. We do good deeds for free for our customers and leave their homes cleaner than we found them. That's right, out of respect. So, if you want plumbing and AC service from a company that will show you some RESPECT, call Bell Brothers. We promise to respect your time, your home, and you. Call Bell Brothers right now to schedule an $87 precision tune-up. Or call if you have plumbing problems. Our number is 916-444-1234 or find us online at thenosurpriseguys.com.
The No Surprise Guys, Bell Brothers.
When shopping for a new car, what do you want? A great selection? A low monthly payment? More for your trade? At Northern California's #1 Honda dealer, Stockton Honda, you get it all.
Model year-end savings are going on now. It's savings you just can't say no to.
Come in today or go to StocktonHonda.com.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
#1 claims based on 2023 total new and Honda certified pre-owned vehicle car sales from American Honda Motor Company. Sold on report.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Your home for Kings basketball for over 25 seasons.
No look, Bibby to Weber down the lane, flying jam. There's your play of the night right there. It's inside is Sabonis, a two-hand rip, a brilliant pass from De'Aaron Fox.
KHTKAM Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento.
Sactown Sports.
The first golfers are getting ready to tee off shortly at the Procore Championship in Napa. Coverage of the Procore Championship is brought to you by Naturewood Home Furnishing, where it's all about choices and always about quality.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
You're that's bait. Not falling for it.
Eating dogs.
They're eating the dogs. They're eating the pets.
Saw it on TV.
Yeah, saw it on TV. Here's Chris McCaffrey on his mentality this week.
That's how I am every week. You know, I'm not lying. I think as soon as a player says, maybe I'll play, maybe I won't, that's not a good mentality to go into a week with, when you're kind of on the fence. So for me, I'm ready to go.
It's artificial turf any issue?
Yeah, if you can't run on turf, you can't run on the field. If you can't run on grass, you can't run on turf. If you can go, you can go.
Wow, he's just hammering narratives left and right. Boom, boom, boom. Well, Chris McCaffrey. Now, to be clear there, he said, I'm going into the week.
Yeah, you have to prepare
with
like
the
you're
mentality that I'm playing.
I think he's right on that.
And I think he's 100% right. Here he is talking about Jordan Mason.
And I'm so proud of him. He, when you're in a rhythm and you're in a groove, you let him be. And he showed that, man. I was so pumped for him. And just everything that he's done all camp. He's earned that, and he balled out and it showed.
Did you talk to him after the game?
Yeah, absolutely.
What'd you say?
Yeah, congrats. Yeah, congratulated him. We got a special room, and he's right there in the play, and someone who's going to help our team a lot this year. So I'm happy he's in our room and super happy for him.
Meanwhile, you think he really feels that way?
Yes,
I do too. I do too. And here again is Kyle Shanahan.
Christian have some sort of setback on Friday?
No, he didn't have a setback. I mean, it was on and off throughout the week. He was able to practice throughout the week. Just it was always bothering him to a degree, and sometimes it goes away, sometimes it comes back, and today was bothering him a little too much to where we didn't feel good about it.
Christian have
but it was they all talked about it. It was all a group decision. I mean,
that's the right way to do it. It's too much of an investment, too much of a season ahead, too important to the team. And
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Monday
you
morning.
prepare, you scheme, you game plan, and then when it's changed, then you switch. And I don't know how much of the play calling was different, but we know, I think it was one valuable third down catch, honestly, from Mason. But I mean, McCaffrey's a weapon in the passing game and obviously in the running game. And they turned to more of a tough physical runner with Mason. He got those yards against a good front group by the Jets, and he'll need to do the same if McCaffrey's out.
Here he is talking about Monday morning Chris McCaffrey and what he went through.
Monday morning, just moving around a little bit. I prepare every week to play. My mindset every week is I'm going to play. There's been weeks where I'll go the full week, not even feeling good enough to do the walkthrough. And then I wake up and the body's capable of a lot of cool things. And, mentally I'm always prepared to play, and then woke up and it was a group decision, very tough one. I hate not playing, but look at it as a chess move and, something that hopefully we can benefit from the rest of the season.
I didn't like that middle part there. This part.
The week is I'm going to play. There's been weeks where I'll go the full week, not even feeling good enough to do the walkthrough. And then I wake up and the body's capable of a lot of.
That's the reality.
That's the reality.
Why I hate Thursdays. I mean, we're early enough where maybe the Bills and Dolphins aren't feeling the rhythm of the season. So a Thursday night game is okay, but they hate it. They really do. And it's weird because I've heard players say that and you go, what's the difference in a day? A day is a world of difference. Just for anybody out there, how are you feeling today? Okay. You wake up the next day. I feel much better. And now we're talking about world-class athletes that are going to continue to get hit, that are recovering from hits, and every day does add up. So if you've got a short week to prepare and even travel, you may not feel great, but that's the way of Thursday Night Football.
I don't know what this guy's name is, but I see him a lot. He goes by Pro Football Doc. He's a doctor that specializes in sports injuries. Here's a quick clip of him talking about McCaffrey's injury and some of the questions we had about it yesterday.
He had a calf muscle strain from the preseason, but leading up to week 1 had calf and then Achilles. Achilles tendonitis is different than a calf muscle injury. Calf muscle injury can linger and get worse. Achilles tendonitis can linger, but there is potential risk for Achilles tendon rupture. This is why the 49ers will be very careful with CMC. He's likely to miss week 2, maybe beyond. They have a good backup. They're trying to be Super Bowl or bust here. I see them being very careful with Christian McCaffrey because of even the slight chance of Achilles tendon rupture. You gotta be sure. But he will return this season and be 100%. The question is when, but it isn't going to be week 2 or anytime in the very near future.
Interesting.
So I guess my question to a medical expert or an athletic trainer would be, at what point, if that was the concern seemingly, is there's calf into tendonitis that you don't want anything to happen to the Achilles. Does that literally just get better where you feel we're good? Remember when the Warriors did that with Durant, and then obviously he got hurt, and that was just an awful circumstance. Did they not time that right? Did they not figure it out? Are you always at that risk? I mean, I guess it could happen anytime when someone doesn't have anything going on, but when do you know?
The problem, well, there's other problems, but the big one for me is he hasn't played since last January or February.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like we're in week 9 and this thing's annoying him. He hasn't played. And it just doesn't seem in a situation like that, that's something that's like, I'll play through it. It's fine. No, it seems
but
like
he was at practice and doing that. I know it's not quite the same, but
right. But I wonder if he was at practice and was it bothering him then?
Yeah.
And he was just trying to make his way through training. I'm like, I'll deal with it. It's a pain threshold thing.
Right.
But sometimes your body's like, pain, schmain, bro, snap.
Right.
You need to shut it down.
Yeah, I'll show you pain.
I'll show you pain. And I don't know, man. If their doctors are saying there's any chance that this could, again, it's not like a doc can say there's no chance you tear your Achilles if you don't. There's always, you and I could do it tomorrow. Right. But if this is one of those injuries that can wear down through play and exponentially increase the chances of a snapped Achilles, and on top of that, not playing can bring down that. Obviously, if he doesn't play, you get what I'm saying. He's not going to snap the Achilles. My point is this. Here, I'll dumb it down for me. If there's a finite amount of Christian McCaffrey we're going to get this year, for the most part, logically speaking, odds on, if there's a finite amount, 4 games, 6 games, 10 games, 12, backload that.
Right. Much like when we would hear a pitcher was on, you can only go 150 innings. Well, then wait till the end. If this team's going to be a playoff team, you want them in the postseason.
Yes.
For baseball, same thing, I guess, for McCaffrey, right? If that's the situation.
I understand that a win in September counts the same as a win in December. I get that, but you can't go back in time. So look, if the team loses 3 in a row and they're in trouble like they did last year for that stretch, and you see the rush is an issue, okay, maybe you consider bringing him back. But so far, they're undefeated without Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah. And part of me, all we can go by is what the sound bites that they're saying. And wasn't the one, yesterday we played from College Shanahan saying something along the lines, well, if it was a playoff game, he would have played. Okay. So that's where it's like, okay, well, we know he probably could have. Mm-hmm. And because if it's a playoff game, it's much more important than game 1, because if you lost game 1, you can recover. It's a long season ahead, not worth the risk. But kind of to your point, like wins in September matter as much as October and November and so on and so forth. So when do they feel like he's past the point of it's worth playing because it's a regular season game, not because of what they are in the standings, but just because that's what he does and he's that good of a player. He's the best running back in the league.
When I hear he could have played if it was a playoff game, here's the problem. That also matches up with the idea of, he could have played if it was a playoff game because he had to play then. And then we do have a finite amount of time with him. And we're not going to hold him out for playoff games.
Yeah.
So, of course, and once the playoffs start, you're going to run him until you can't run him anymore. Yeah. You don't need to do that.
Get healthy in the offseason. Yeah.
And if that means I'd much rather have Christian McCaffrey as healthy as he's going to be in the playoffs than break that streak since 1992 with the Vikings.
Right.
I do not care in comparison. We'll take a break. When we come back, 3 for Madness. We got Pac-12 news. Rory McIlroy maybe making the PGA angry. And we're getting close to something big, guys. It's getting close. It's first week of September. Kings basketball, ladies and gentlemen. Sports Business with Kelly Brothers at 7:30. Just a 1-minute break.
Good business.
Right after this.
Did you miss any part of our live local shows? Don't worry, you never have to miss them again. Check out SactownSports.com and search our podcast page and play our shows when you want. The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Stiles and Watkins, and the Drive Guys. Plus, other podcasts like Return of the Empire, Return of the Roar, the Stingers Up podcast, and Golf to Go with Frank LaRosa.
They're all available right now on SactownSports.com.
Did you know your skin is the largest organ of your body? Huh? That's why you should shower with Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash instead of plain old bar soap. Love your skin by super hydrating it with vitamin B3 and glorious notes of vanilla and shea. Did you know that my super hydrated skin is the second largest organ of my body? The first is my heart. Old Spice. Men have skin too. Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash. 24/7 renewing moisture with daily use.
As a roofer, I'm always on the go. So I need to be able to get things done from anywhere.
That's why I partnered with Beacon. With their unique Beacon Pro Plus app, I've got the brands I depend on, like GAF, right at my fingertips 24/7. I rely on Beacon because I never stop building, and neither do they. Now through September 15th, purchase GAF through Beacon Pro Plus and earn up to $1,500. Go to BECN.com or download the Beacon Pro Plus app today. Beacon, always building.
All guests come to you from the Folsom Lake Honda Hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
3 questions, 3 answers. It's 3 for Madness on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Here's question 1.
Hey, remember our friend Mark Dembski?
Of course.
Box 40.
Yeah.
Selling windows.
Huh?
Selling windows.
Also working for the news station down the street now. And he's gonna be a surprise hop on with us at 7:43 as he is perhaps, I'm still trying to understand it, but I'll read you his tweet. And the reason I got on this is I had a buddy tweet me about this. Say, hey, you listen. I don't know how much of a burger this is, but he says the Major League Baseball Players Association tells me there is no deal yet to bring the A's to West Sacramento. And then apparently there's some other deal. Now we knew that the Players Association had to check off some few things, but there's some other things I'm hearing that maybe even a little bit more interesting. Now we'll find out how much of that is speculation, how much of that is real, but shockingly, weird things going on with the A. So we'll check in with him real quick in about half an hour. In the meantime, it is 3 for Madness. Question 1.
The Pac-12 made some additions last night. Do conferences even matter anymore?
Jason, what do you think? I think geography definitely matters. You've got your rivalries there. Obviously, Florida State, UCLA, USC, Michigan, Ohio State, all that. What are we getting out of conferences?
I'm going to test you.
Okay.
What conference is the University of Houston in?
I'm going to guess the Big 12, but I know I'm wrong.
I honestly don't know the answer.
I got you.
But, okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Syracuse?
I know at one point they were in the Big East. I don't know anymore.
ACC?
Yeah, ACC maybe, or I think actually you're right. I think they are ACC.
Maryland.
That I know was ACC at some point. Don't know if it still is. I know Florida State, for example, they were an independent along with Notre Dame for a long time.
Maryland, they're in the Big Ten.
Yeah, right. What?
That's kind of the who's going to end up in the top 12? Right. That's at this point. That's kind of what matters. If you have rivals for you, like Florida State, you want to beat your rival. If you're playing a Miami or Florida, sure, you've got Clemson, some other things that have been rivals in the past, but it's just weird. All of it's weird, and it's a transition. Doesn't mean it can't get cleaned up over time.
Right.
But I think it's getting cloudier, and then this latest news about the Pac-12, which is technically 2 teams right now, might be adding more. Why? What, regionalized? Oh, kind of makes sense.
I guess if I'm a college, I go, why, what am I getting out of, why am I partnering with you? What is the virtue of being part of a conference?
Well, this one makes sense. I'll tell you why about the Pac-12 and why this might work. Remember, there was a lot of talk about the Mountain West trying to get these 2 teams in Oregon State and Washington State. Well, the Pac-12, from what I read, still has TV rights deals. Like, those deals aren't done yet, and bowl partnerships. So it's a huge financial gain for Boise, for
Colorado
Fresno,
State.
for Colorado State,
Yeah, San Diego State.
if they were to join the Pac, if they were to go that way. And so I think that's partly why they've got like the carrot hanging out there that makes some sense. And then if they got those teams, they would just need 2 more to be a full-fledged bowl eligible, all that kind of thing conference. And so then you go, there you go. Here's the makings of a West Coast conference.
As you were talking, I just realized why this is actually perhaps the biggest sports news of the day. This is fantastic, Jason. So, as you said, Boise State, Colorado State, San Diego State, and Fresno State are set to join the Pac-12 in the 26-27 academic year. They will join the 2 remaining schools, Oregon State and Washington State.
Right.
You got to call it the 6-pack. You have to. You can't. The Pac-12, screw it. You have 6 teams in there.
Yeah.
It's a 6-pack.
And it's been the Pac-8 years and years ago. Pac-10, Pac-12.
They've changed it before.
6-pack.
The 6-pack. You got 6 teams.
Yeah. Man, Sac State's going to ruin that.
Yeah, can we get a stinger in there?
Love to.
A stinger up, stingers in the Pac-12.
We'll move them with Davis, make it a combo platter.
I mean, we're bigger than Fresno.
Yeah.
Why isn't Sac State? Yeah, why
I
not?
thought Sacramento was Bulldog country.
Not anymore. Fighting words.
Fighting words. Number 2, please.
Question 2.
Rory McIlroy said his match against Brooks Koepka and Bryson DeChambeau wasn't meant to send a message. Do you believe him?
I don't think the PGA is too happy with their arguably 2 biggest stars in Rory and Scheffler going up against DeChambeau and Brooks Koepka, who are arguably bigger than those two on the world scale. It showcases live golfers and reminds us it's like the U.S. Open was such a disaster for the PGA because that is, along with the Masters, the marquee tournament in America. And you had not only did Bryson DeChambeau win, but Bryson DeChambeau won. If it was hell, they probably would have rather Brooks Koepka had won. Mm-hmm. DeChambeau is just so immensely popular personality-wise, the whole thing, the charisma he has. You could have had, what's his name, the Australian with the mustache, Cam Smith.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and okay, right. Great. But DeChambeau he's a revelation. Now you're putting, especially with Koepka and DeChambeau having this famous feud, and they're teaming up against Rory and Scotty Scheffler. I mean, you have 3 huge personalities in there, plus Scotty Scheffler, who's the best player in the world. PGA ain't happy about it. Was Rory doing this to send a message? I don't think so. But I think it's a shot across the bow, which I guess maybe is a message.
Yeah, I don't think it was intended, but I think it kind of is implied. And based on the circumstances and based on who's all involved, it sure feels like one, but I believe him when he says it wasn't intended.
Number 3.
We are less than 4 weeks away from Kings basketball.
Woo! Yeah.
Are you excited yet?
Speaking of stingers up, I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm excited. I'm tired of all this. De'Aaron Fox is with Steph Curry in China, hawking shoes. You got DeMar DeRozan doing his book tour.
Yeah.
Domantas Sabonis probably somewhere drinking some wine in Napa.
Working out.
I'm ready. Someone's going to have Malik Monk's on the golf course.
Mm-hmm.
Someone's going to have a cool new look. I cannot wait to play Media Day Bingo. You got
added 10 pounds of muscle.
Added muscle.
Best shape of their lives.
Lost, slimmed down.
Yeah.
Knows it's a contract here.
Really, really, really bonded over this. Worked on my 3.
Mm-hmm.
Outside shot looks amazing. Keegan's going to take the next step. I'm excited I think early on to figure out who our GOAT is going to be this year, or the person that we blame everything on. And last year it was Herder. How was it the year before?
Buddy.
Yeah, it was Buddy.
Maybe 2 years before that.
Yeah.
Sure, Barnes was in there. It's usually a longest
Barnes
tenured.
For sure, yeah. Yeah, I think Herder kind of saddled the last part of 2 years ago and the first part of last year, and then Barnes took over.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I can't, starting 5.
We had a better starting small forward. Yeah.
It could be Herder again.
I'm excited, though, and I know later we're going to talk about the bold statement that DeMar DeRozan made, so that got me even more excited.
All right, hold on.
You got something going on over there?
Yeah, sorry. I'm trying to. Sorry, Mark's not coming on. His boss just told him he couldn't.
Oh.
Come on,
boss.
What are we doing?
Oh, no, we know him. He used to work here. We're friends.
He literally used to work here. We're gonna.
Dembski.
This is why radio bosses are so backwards.
Yeah,
bro. If anything, you're getting your reporter on our station who may have some pretty big news. We're giving your station an advertisement on our station, on our airwaves. We're showcasing your talent. Yeah. If anything, you're going to have some people that, I want to hear more about this. Right. Click. Bro. And you just turn that down? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. That's why you don't ask for permission. You ask for forgiveness.
Well, that's did you notice I didn't text anyone because I figured I'd get yelled at or at least lightly scolded. If anybody'd have an issue, it would be our people. If you were the PD, would you have been okay with a radio competitor coming on here to talk about news? Probably not, I would imagine, right? Or you'd at least feel scratchy about it? Yeah. No, that's normal.
I'd have been fine.
But, you would have been fine. Oh, well,
let's get the news.
That's you too.
Let's get the news. Let's get the information.
Which would you rather? Would you rather a competitor come on this station with breaking news, or would you rather us have the breaking news and be asked to go on a competing
I
station?
would love for our people to be everywhere. Everywhere.
That's my point.
I would never say no to any of that.
That's my point. Exactly. It's a walking,
probably less on the other one, but
sure.
I'm still okay with it.
It's a walking billboard
because I want that same opportunity. It's like, hey, Dave has this story.
Right.
He's on all these other stations.
Right.
Good.
Great.
Get out there.
And every single time I'm introduced on another station, they're plugging the station. Yeah. They're plugging the time slot I'm on. Right. Maybe I go on there and somebody goes, wow, I've never heard this Dave guy before.
Yeah.
I want to check out more of this.
Exactly.
And then, oh, hey, thank you, listener.
Yeah.
Oh, and you have one of those special thingy dingies we're not allowed to talk about. Well, there go the ratings.
Why is he asking if the hot dog is a sandwich?
Right. I love food talk.
Yes.
All right. Well, never mind.
We'll still talk about it.
Well, we will. And
not give any credit.
No, right. Exactly. Exactly. We'll just steal it. But I want to make it clear, by the way, that's not on Mark. We love Mark. That's that's the boss's Dembski. Yeah. We'll take a break. And when we come back, sports business with Kelly Brothers.
Good business.
Got the menu today.
Some stuff.
It is. Pac-12 is not dead yet. Tom Brady's debut and a former Sacramento King making even more money than he had. Let me tell you, he had a lot of money before. All coming up right after this.
The only place you'll find Kevin Herter is Sactown Sports.
Herter's open, steps into three. He's got the triple.
Hey, Sacramento, it's Kevin Herter, and you're listening to Home with the Sacramento Kings, Sactown Sports.
Your local sports leader.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
Are you really that different than the rest of us?
We are. As a fiduciary, we always focus on what's best for our clients.
What services do you offer besides investing?
We have a team of specialists in financial planning, estate planning, and more.
Your clients rely on you for all that?
Yes, we ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Okay, but you still sell commission-based products, right?
No, because we believe that's a conflict of interest. We prioritize service over sales goals.
So then how do your fees work?
We have a simple and transparent fee that's a percentage of our clients' portfolios. So we do better when our clients do better.
Wow, we're more different than I thought.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at fisherinvestments.com. Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
As refined as you are, the Pro Court Championship at Silverado Resort, September 12th through the 15th. Be there as the best of Napa meets the best of the PGA Tour. With world-class wine experiences, breathtaking views, and incredible golf. It's like this weekend was made for you. The Pro Court Championship, September 12th through the 15th. For tickets, go to ProCourtChampionship.com.
The feet have a really big impact on how the rest of the body moves. The knees, the hips, the lower back especially. If the foot isn't properly aligned, all of these joints are going to function incorrectly. That results in a lot of muscle tension and chronic pain. What I really like about the Good Feet system is that the right arch supports can put the foot in its proper alignment. So all the joints up the rest of the body will be aligned properly as well. And when the body's aligned, we can reduce the risk of injury and chronic pain.
Come to the Good Feet store now for a free fitting and test walk.
Model year-end pricing is back at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
During the model year-end event, lower interest rates at Folsom Lake Honda make lower payments. It's no wonder why Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop. Come in today or check out our entire inventory online at folsomlakehonda.com.
Get an instant cash offer for your trade at folsomlakehonda.com. We'll buy your car whether you buy from us or not. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda.
Go to folsomlakehonda.com.
Your one-stop Honda shop.
Do you have old baseball cards and sports memorabilia from the 50s and 60s collecting dust in your closet? They could be very valuable in any condition. Find out at the Sports Cards Roadshow. We'll be in the Sacramento area to evaluate your old and modern sports cards. Visit sportscardsroadshow.com today to schedule your appointment. Ask about your free on-site sports card evaluation. For large vintage and modern collections, we can come to you. Skip the garage sale. Sports Cards Roadshow is buying. Call 1-800-560-3272 today or visit sportscardsroadshow.com.
It's the home opener for the Sacramento State Hornets this Saturday. 6 p.m. kickoff versus Nichols. Get your tickets at hornetsports.com.
Joining us now on Sports Sense, certified financial planner Kelly Brothers. Kelly is an advisor with Cap Trust, one of the nation's largest registered investment advisors. Cap Trust counts among its clients numerous pro athletes and pro sports franchises, but most importantly serves many Northern Californians through comprehensive financial planning. Here's Kelly Brothers.
All right, back on the show, Kelly Brothers, sports business. We always enjoy Kelly joining us. Dave will be in there just a moment. Kelly, got to start, though, first off, foremost, Notre Dame. Man, what happened on Saturday?
What I missed the game. What happened?
Yeah, I don't know. It was quite a finish. Incredible.
I have no idea. I have no idea how you go to an SEC school and beat up on them in front of 105,000 and then come home and lose to Northern Illinois. I have no idea.
No.
And I love the coach, but I can't help but think it's got to be the coaching. It's just you can't be that good one week and that bad the next week. So I don't know.
Wow, what's it like to have your college football team lose to a team that that shouldn't beat you at home? That I would know nothing about that. Hate this sport so much, Kelly,
and love it all at once.
I hate it and love it.
Yeah,
love it and hate it.
I love it too. It's funny. All the projections about the playoffs, and we have no idea who's going to lose to who. You know, I mean, and then shortly thereafter, you had Alabama tested, and you had Oregon taken to the last as well. So anyway, but we do have some. I mean, the shuffle among conferences is not over yet, and today it was announced that it looks like Boise State, Colorado State, San Diego State, and Fresno State are jumping ship on the Mountain West, and they're headed for the Pac-12. So the Pac-12 is not dead yet. People wondered. I mean, they were down to I should call it the Pac-2.
Yeah. No, Kelly, no. We were talking about this. The most exciting part of the news for me is that if they add these 4 teams to the 2 teams, it's a 6-pack. How great is that? They have to change it to the 6-pack.
Just call it the 6-pack.
Yes,
just right there.
I mean, how many they're going to fight over? It's going to be the Modelo 6-pack brought to you by Budweiser, and they're going to make $500 million right there.
I know, and guys, there's a lot of money changing hands. They have to pay an exit fee of $18 million each, and the Pac-12 is going to be subject to $43 million in poaching fees, which is all agreed to between the conferences as they set up. Various scheduling with Oregon and Washington State, each playing 6 Mountain West opponents. So they put in poaching fees. They're going to have to pay that. The shuffle is not over yet. And I'm sure Mountain West is, kind of licking its wounds right now. But everyone's trying to figure out how are we going to survive? How many teams is the minimum to really survive in this new world?
Yeah, I think the next step will be interesting. Do more get added to the Pac-12? Do more? What happens to the Mountain West? I mean, this feels, every time there's a move, there seems to be a couple more after it. So that next step will be intriguing for what some of the Mountain West schools decide, and maybe some other schools out west if they're going to try to join it. This is just crazy, and there's no one really regulating it or monitoring it.
No, it's wild, wild west. I mean, when Sac State could join the 6-pack.
Let's go.
Here we go. Bring it on.
Talk about that. Stingers up, baby.
Yeah. That's right.
I mean, Fresno State's joining it. Sacramento's bigger than Fresno. That's what we were saying. Come on.
Let's go.
That's how it works.
Yeah.
But San Diego State, that's a win on the basketball front, obviously.
It is. No, it is. There you go. San Diego State's probably the most. We were just talking earlier about the Padres and then the former Chargers, Clippers, all be those being in San Diego back in the day, and how for such a wonderful some say, as Jason said, maybe the most beautiful weather city in America. Their sports teams perennially suck. And it's weird that happens. What was the number, Jason? Manny Machado hit his 164th career home run, which gave him the all-time lead in Padres history, Kelly, at 164. That's 3 years of Aaron Judge. San Diego State is arguably the most successful San Diego franchise.
True.
Honestly.
And I think this is still true. You know who leads San Diego State basketball in assists all-time career?
Yeah. Is it still Tony Gwynn?
Tony Gwynn.
That's crazy.
That man could do anything.
Can I also say, I think this is also still true, but I don't know. I'll Google it. I'm pretty sure Gwynn also leads San Diego State basketball players in Major League Baseball hits. I think.
I think you're safe on that one.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Tom Brady.
Unless Kawhi Leonard played under a different name.
Great point. Tom Brady leads all NFL anyone's in Super Bowl rings, and he made his debut on Fox over the weekend, Kelly.
$375 million over 10 years. In case you're wondering, it is rumored, we don't know these numbers for sure, but it's rumored CBS pays Tony Romo about $18 million a year, and ESPN pays Troy Aikman almost the same, $17.5 to $18 million bucks. So they're bringing Tom in at double that figure for 10 years. And I got it. I think people have a short memory. Joe Montana tried this when he was the GOAT, and he didn't do well at it. He's a talented dude. He's a smart guy. He just did not translate to TV. But I don't know. I don't know where this. I mean, and then you got Greg Olson, who I thought did a pretty good job last year as the lead analyst. He took a pay cut to drop down to team number 2. And the other interesting part about it to me is that this is Fox. I know that Fox has but it's not as important, and it doesn't look like he has a big role in any of these, the normal daily shows about the NFL and football. Whereas, like, if he was on ESPN, they'd probably have him on every Tuesday and Thursday, or every Thursday, Friday, or they would do something to add value to their other properties. Not seeing that yet with Fox. Jury's still out.
Yeah, and he, again, 1 week is probably unfair, but that's what we do.
Totally.
Yeah,
totally,
that's what we do, and we watch. And I thought he was just okay.
Yeah.
Well, the Wall Street Journal, the headline was "GOAT as a player, as an announcer, incomplete."
Yeah,
fair.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are getting pregnant during those pauses, is what I was saying on Monday, and it's not just that he has pregnant pauses, but they're in weird points like what I just did. Like, they're not your normal pregnant pauses. And Jim Rome was listening, saying, "Dude, you pause a lot."
Yeah.
But he won't admit it. I'll bet you he was scared to death, nervous as hell, because he wants to be the best at everything. Yeah. I get it.
Sure he does. Sure he
like
does.
Jason.
And he will. They don't have to doubt his work ethic on that at all. But I also want. The other interesting part about it was just what he signed for 10 years. I'm sure he could, if he ever wanted to get into coaching, or do something like that. But we'll see. It's an interesting world, and those announcers. I mean, I don't know what Herb Street's getting paid, but. He didn't translate for me, and I couldn't tell if it was him or lousy games. But he's much more effective on the college game than he is on the pro game, in my mind. My opinion.
Well, I don't disagree with you. An ex-king is in the news, sort of an ex-king. You may remember, those of you old heads, that the biggest trade then in franchise history back in '86, old Joe Axelson, traded Larry Drew and Mike Woodson, along with a first rounder in 1988 and a second rounder in '89, plus cash, to the Clippers for Derek Smith, Franklin Edwards, and Junior Bridgeman. The late Derek Smith was a total bust with Sacramento. Franklin Edwards had some time here, and I think Junior Bridgeman, if I remember right, never played.
I was gonna say I don't remember.
I don't think he ever played. I think he ended up he was with Milwaukee prior. Yeah, I think he had one more cup of coffee with Milwaukee and then retired. Just a horrific trade, but man, what Junior has done since his playing career ended is a blueprint for anybody. You know, we were discussing yesterday, Kelly, how Adrian Peterson has to turn over a bunch of assets because he got it like a $5.1 million loan a couple years ago. It ballooned to 8.3 with attorney's fees and interest. And now he has to turn over like $12 million in assets. This is a guy that made, I think, $100 million in his playing career. That's the dead opposite of what Junior Bridgman's doing.
No, and it is the number, and it's been chronicled, but the number of ex-players who file for bankruptcy is just astounding, given the money they make. But they also have a lot of sycophants at their feet asking for money, or they feel the need to give money to various people or invest in kind of dumb ventures that don't pan out. But Junior Bridgman, no, that guy, he has done it. He's the current owner of Ebony and Jet magazines. He is getting a limited partner discount of 15%. So they're valuing the Bucks at $4 billion. Remember, the Bucks obviously with Giannis, but they're like Sacramento. They're considered a small market NBA team. So their $4 billion is a good valuation when you consider Vivek bought the Kings at a valuation, and his group bought what was that, 540 million? Was that something like that?
Something like that.
So $4 billion for the Bucks, which would be kind of on par with Sacramento. He's buying in at a 15% discount, so he's buying a 10% piece of that. And but you're right. He's a very, very smart, savvy, disciplined business guy. And I would say the league is very happy about this because, just given sensitivity to ownership and the racial makeup of the ownership pie in the NBA, it was a real blow, I think, to the NBA when Michael Jordan sold.
Yeah.
That was a big deal because not only is there the greatest player ever, but he was a very prominent black owner, and he sold, and
especially considering Michael Jordan bought his team from Robert Johnson, the BET owner, another African American owner too. So it went from a black owner to a black owner with a huge profile to not a black owner. And you're right, that was incredibly unfortunate.
And absolutely. So to get a Junior Bridgman in there, and I'm sure the NBA is looking for other people like Junior and coming to them with some sweetheart incentives to say, hey, invest. We need you in this game. We need you to own a piece of the team that you performed for so long. So great for the NBA, great for the Bucks.
One last thought on that, Kelly. I know it's probably impossible to speculate on this, but you mentioned Vivek in that, where, what was it now, Dave? 11 years ago, 2013.
11 years ago.
That investment, a ridiculous increase. If we look 11 years from now, let's say for Junior Bridgman or anyone else that, jumps in and buys a team, do you expect that kind of increase in the next decade?
Well, it's interesting you say 11. Oh, well, I'm sorry. You're saying 11 years because it was 11 years ago that Vivek bought in, right? Yeah. But it's also 11 years, which is the exact length of these broadcast deals they just signed that total up to how many $1 billion a year. So I think, there was, we all knew that these valuations were going to spike. I mean, first of all, you had Steve Ballmer buying the Clippers at an unheard of number at the time. And that spiked everyone's valuations. But then it was the negotiation and the incredible pop that the NBA got in broadcast rights monies, which are distributed to all teams. So I don't know if they'll go up at the same rate as the numbers get bigger. It's harder to keep that growth rate in the double digits it's been in. But I think these, you're still in a situation where you have very limited supply and very high demand for billionaires to own professional sports franchises. So I think it'll keep going up. I don't see anything stopping it.
When Junior Bridgman retired, he went and worked at Wendy's, and he worked his way up to learn the franchise. He eventually owned over 100 various Wendy's and Chili's, sold them in 2016. He was ranked in 2016 as the fourth wealthiest retired athlete in the world, behind only Michael Jordan, David Beckham, and Arnold Palmer. He's now a bottler for the Coca-Cola company. He bought Ebony and Jet magazine after they went bankrupt. and he has Mana Capital Partners that he founded. They now are operating aluminum mills. They're bottling, and that's always the ones where I go, God, I know those. I don't understand anything about those businesses, but anytime I hear somebody like, yeah, they have an aluminum plant or they're bottling things, it doesn't sound that great, but you just know they're making money hand over fist. I don't think Junior Bridgeman's going to be living on the streets anytime soon.
No, he's not. And, the other piece of this, and I think where you're going to see pressure come down from these leagues, is if you look at the list of former athlete billionaires, they're almost all African Americans, and that's great. But and a few soccer players, right?
Right.
And Lionel Messi. But look at the list. It's Tiger Woods. It's Michael Jordan. It's Magic Johnson. It's Roger Federer's on there. It's Floyd Mayweather. It's LeBron James. So you have these billionaire former athletes, and you want to diversify your ownership ranks. Wow, isn't that that's your call list right there, right?
And Kelly, and we got to wrap up, but that's the thing, and that's a huge misconception that I think the media does not do a good enough job on. Like for example, people think that Vivek Ranadive wrote a check for $535 million to buy the Sacramento Kings. That's not what happened. We've never had the numbers before, but I think the range was somewhere between 50 and 90 million, and I would bet on the lower side was his share. And since then, that's not only gone up 4x, but his own profile has exploded. There's all kinds of fringe benefits. You've got a plane, you've got 2 front row tickets or 4 front row tickets to every single game, the access you have, because these owners, many of them, they want to be celebrities. They want to rub elbows with the celebrities of the world, and ownership gets them to do that. Imagine you could put your money in real estate or something boring and make money, and that's fine, but you're never going to be like, oh, Jason Ross owns all that real estate. Look at him with Jay-Z. Like that's generally not going to happen. So these are such attractive champagne promise investments they get, and it's tough to see it slowing down.
Well, the other piece to it that people don't understand about the way these limited liability corporations work is that your managing partner, it's not like he or she has to own the most shares.
That's right.
Case in point would be George W. Bush, who was the managing partner of the Texas Rangers, and I don't know what he owned, probably 3 or 4% of the team.
Right.
But he was a high-profile, big name, and they wanted him to be the MP. There's a managing partner, and then you got all your limited partners.
Right.
And so Vivek is the managing partner, but that doesn't necessarily tell you anything about the percentage of the team that he actually owns.
I know this. I know when they bought the team, we'll wrap up here. He did not have the majority. And if that's changed, great. But I'm pretty sure who are the San Diego brothers?
Jenkins? No,
not Jake. No, that's Brad. Anyways, Jacobs. Yes, Jacobs. The Jacobs brothers. I'm pretty sure if they put their shares together, still have either right as much or more than Vivek. Anyways, we got to go. Kelly, thanks so much. Have a wonderful week, and hopefully your Fighting Irish turn it around.
Good to see you guys.
All right,
thank you.
Take care. Take care. That's Kelly Brothers. We will take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit about our old friend Mark Dembski and what he's doing, or what he was talking about earlier today on his radio show, involving the A's. Mm-hmm. I almost said Sacramento A's.
So close.
So I talked to Mark during the break. Mark always has energy.
Yeah.
Tons of energy. So I told him, I said, Mark, thank you for the scoop. I want to help you stay warm this fall, and I want to make sure that your system at home is operating safely. So right now, as I wait for the music, is the time to take advantage of the $49 fall tune-up inspection. Regularly $119. Now listen, this includes a full safety and duct inspection. And if your system is over 10 years old, the tune-up, it's on them. So give American Energy a call right meow, because they are offering a $50 off your first recommended repair, or if you need a new furnace, half off the price of it. Wait, is that right? Let me see here. They're offering half off? That's 50% off the price of a new unit. What? Check them out at the AE. That's like American Energy, the AEway.com. And that's how you get an instant quote. 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com. American Energy, making the uncomfortable comfortable. We'll take a break. We'll come back with Hayes News next.
Subscribe to Sactown Sports on YouTube and watch the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Stiles and Watkins, and the Drive Guys. Live Monday through Friday from 6 to 6. Plus view archive shows and exclusive content.
Subscribe at youtube.com/Sactown Sports.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-$300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code CLEAN to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code CLEAN for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code CLEAN for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Finally, an easy way to find home improvement contractors. Just visit subcontractorsunited.com and simplify your search for home services professionals. From cabinets to windows, roofing to plumbing, Subcontractors United is an easy, simple way to find and hire a home improvement contractor. And you never have to give up personal information. So no harassing phone calls like you get from those other websites. Subcontractorsunited.com is sponsored by D&D Cabinets and Savage Design.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
Since you probably can't afford your own sports psychologist, Golf Monthly's Fergus Bissett offers 5 golf psychology tips to help you play better. First, stay in the present. If your mind is ahead of you, how can you focus on the shot at hand? Second, every shot is a new challenge. The objective of every shot is to get the ball in the hole in the least amount of strokes. Go do it. 3, the past is the past. Many of us dwell on the past. Not good. Clear your mind and move on to the next shot. 4, never surrender. Some give up on their rounds too quickly. Your fortunes on the course can change with one swing or one decent break. Lastly, stay positive on the greens. If you're having one of those days where the putts don't drop, focus on the positives. If you're putting on your intended line, that's a good thing. Keep it up and they'll begin to fall. And remember, it's a game, so go out there and have some fun. That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
Sacramento, Dirk Bentley's coming to town.
Getting drunk on a plane.
For his only show in California this year, Saturday, September 28th at Heart Health Park for Country in the Park 2.
What was I thinking?
And he's bringing some friends. Carmelie.
I want to close your eyes for this.
Tyler Rich.
Different.
Dasha. And more. Saturday, September 28th at Heart Health Park. Get your tickets today before they're sold out at CITPFest.com.
Brought to you by the California Army National Guard and Red's Pizzeria and Tap House.
All guests come to you from the Folsom Lake Honda hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sactown Sports.
All right, I hate not paying off the tease. Here's the deal. Chris told me during the break because we went long with Kelly. That's my fault. We've only got like a 3-minute segment here. I don't want to squish the Scott Boras comments that we borrowed from Mark Dembski because they're pretty juicy on the A's. So bear with. We'll do that right out of the top of the hour, and we'll kind of flip flop here with DeMar DeRozan. Some audio. He's been making the media rounds, Jason, and he was talking about the possibility of, well, I don't want to give it a spoiler alert, but making some bold predictions.
The dogs, the people that came.
Oh, sorry.
What? DeMar sounds different.
What's he talking about? Got that dog in me?
The dogs.
Sorry. That was. Never mind. Here's DeMar talking about his new Sacramento Kings.
My boldest NBA take for the season, Kings Western Conference Finals. My boldest NBA take for the season.
I'm letting that run again.
Kings Western Conference Finals.
Could he have a smaller microphone?
Yeah, he's holding like a
mini ESPN.
That is what is that?
Yeah, mini mic.
That's a Munchkin phone.
Yeah,
a little tiny. He's holding it between his thumb and his forefinger. Yeah. Well, let's focus on the
content of it.
Yeah, that was that's
is it possible?
That's nifty, yo. Is it possible? Yeah,
absolutely, it is.
I saw what was it? Bleacher Report yesterday came out. They had the Kings 8th in the league in their power rankings.
Okay. Oh, overall, not the West. Okay. That's my thought is like, I mean, when people are like, oh, that's not, I honestly think it's possible.
Yeah.
But if I'm predicting or betting,
not predicting it.
No, but I also, I'm really going to stick with this thought on the King. I honestly think they could be the 1 seed. I honestly think they could be 12. That's what stinks because I think the West is that good. I also think they're good. I really do. So things go well, they'll be higher than they've been. And I think potentially one of the best teams in the West. A few things don't go well. Maybe things go great for other teams. It's going to be a battle. It's just that good, that competitive.
This is a part of the job I hate the most, though, because I really want it. I always want to temper expectations.
Yeah. And that to me is so wide. Like I'm not leaning on Dave. They're going to be the 1 seed and own it. I don't know that.
Right.
But, I would not have picked OKC and Minnesota to be battling for the 1 last year and Dallas to be representing the West. I think that's the point. Most people picked Denver. Denver was really good. They didn't get through. Seed. Yeah. So
okay, Jason, we have to break. Okay.
Make it my show.
It's making the Jason Ross show all day.
I'm not a cat.
I'm not a cat, Judge. We'll take a break when they're eating the cats when we come back. Oakland A's sound. Scott Boras. Super agent, arguably the second most powerful person in baseball behind Rob Manfred, has some very interesting comments about the A's in Sacramento. You're going to want to stay tuned next.
Kevin Herter plays here.
It's Herter. He's been hot. He fires. He's still hot. Kevin Herter from downtown has a 15-point first quarter.
Sactown Sports is your proud home of the Sacramento Kings.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets with nowhere to go. I didn't think I'd survive. But I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year. For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there.
Covenant House helped me break the cycle of homelessness in my family. They gave me the love that I needed.
Over 2,000 young people will sleep safely in a Covenant House bed tonight. When youth who are experiencing homelessness have a hot meal, a safe place to sleep, medical care, and love, they can overcome heartbreaking challenges and have a brighter future.
They just really genuinely just wanted to help me succeed, and I'm succeeding. I'm a speaker, I'm an author. Covenant House really helped me and really helped mold me into the woman I am today.
If you or someone you love is asking for help, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
I'm Ken Korak with your Green and Gold Report, brought to you by Xfinity Mobile. Connect to the most reliable 5G network nationwide. Well, it will certainly be emotional when the A's get back home to begin the final homestand in Oakland. And think of all the success the A's have had over the years at the Coliseum. In fact, the A's have the most walk-off wins in baseball beginning in 1968. Including 3 on the last homestand, the home run by Shea Langoliers and 2 singles by Seth Brown.
Want to save on some of the biggest names in streaming on the network made for streaming? Now through September 21st, get 150 megabit Xfinity internet for 12 months with a 1-year contract. And for just $15 a month, add the new Stream Saver that includes Peacock, Apple TV Plus, and Netflix for just $35 a month. Switch at Xfinity.com today. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and auto-pay with stored bank account. Equipment taxes and fees extra. After promo, regular internet rates apply. Currently $54 a month. Actual speeds vary. Stream Saver requires Xfinity internet or TV and price subject to change.
A new Honda?
Nice. Well, it was like this. It was a super hot day, so we all stopped for some ice cream. When bam, the AC went out. My dad started sweating and was all, man, I stink. And my brother was like, I hate this car. And my mom was all, I'm dying in here. Then I said, it's time to call Stockton Honda. Then Dad was like, honey, you're right. I knew you were my favorite. And just like that, Stockton Honda to the rescue.
StocktonHonda.com. To make switching to the new Boost Mobile risk-free, we're offering a 30-day money-back guarantee.
So why wouldn't you switch from Verizon or T-Mobile?
Because you have nothing to lose. Boost Mobile is offering a 30-day money-back guarantee.
No, I asked why wouldn't you switch from Verizon or T-Mobile?
Oh.
Wouldn't.
Because you love wasting money as a way to punish yourself because your mother never showed you enough love as a child?
Whoa. Easy there.
Yeah.
Applies to online activations. Requires port in and auto pay. Customers activating in stores may be charged non-refundable activation fees.
A gain scent bead story. Jim was at the laundromat when he heard his ear said Maraca, senor, but his nose said, hey, freshest scent ever. Following his nose, Jim found a man pouring a bottle of Gain scent beads into the washer. The scent, the freshness. Jim blurted, sir, your scent maracas smell amazing. Actually, Jim, most noses call them Gain scent beads. Try Gain scent beads. Way fresher than detergent alone.
KHTKAM Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios, your new home for 49ers football in the 916.
Sactown Sports.
Currently at the Pro Core Championship in Napa, Jacob Bridgeman leads at 3 under par through 3 holes, and Aaron Badley is in second at 2 under par through 3. Coverage of the Pro Core Championship is brought to you by Naturewood Home Furnishings, or it's all about choices and always about quality.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone. And then boom,
with Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 9163.
And Mark Dembski, give him all the credit here, reporting on KFBK News Radio here in Sacramento. He got a hold of Scott Boras. Scott Boras, an Elk Grove native, the most powerful agent in all of baseball, and has quite a bit of sway. That's why what he says is important. Now, I want to be clear. There's nothing far from concrete here, and I'm sure if the A's were on the air with us right now, they'd scoff. But I think it's interesting to hear what Boras was asked, and most importantly, his responses, because the Players Association.
I would say, besides the Players Association, he might be the second biggest voice for the players.
I you know what, Chris? Honestly, I think he might be bigger.
Yeah.
The Players Union. Look, the days of Donald Fear are gone. The Players Union it's not as bad as the football union, but it's pretty bad. And no offense to Tony Clark, they're just out leveraged constantly. So the idea is that somewhere behind the scenes, baseball will do something, and they'll rubber stamp it and let's go. Scott Boras started his first comment here was on the turf, and what we've talked about at length, that this could be a problem. The turf in Sacramento.
The issue is it's outdoors. When you have turf that's outdoors for major league players, I played on AstroTurf in the minor leagues, and that hot summer, it's not a dome stadium. My God, it gets 120, 130 degrees. We have no major league fields that are AstroTurf that are outdoors. They're all indoors. We're talking about players with millions and millions of dollars of asset value to teams and to themselves. The other thing is the facilities have to have massive indoor rooms so that players can work out, players can do all their pregame and proper environments, and all those things. And when you're having a shared facility where you're having multiple teams playing in one space, all those things are unknowns.
Sounds very familiar. Something we've been hammering for a long time. Yeah, there's turf in baseball. There's 4 teams that have turf. They're all either indoor or have retractable roofs. Right. Sacramento would be instantly one of the hottest places in baseball to play on certain days. There is no roof.
Yeah.
And
it'd be hot with grass too, by the way, but
absolutely
it's different though. I know
it is different. And by the way, we're all aware that Busch Stadium and others used to have open air hot, they'd have the thermometers we'd see up at 130.
Used to.
Yeah, used to. A lot of things used to be. Players have a lot more money now.
Yeah.
As Boras mentioned. So as far as the team specifically in Sacramento, Scott Boras, not so sure.
I don't want anything coming to Sacramento that's not Major League standard. Because then what type of light does it put on Sacramento? Oh, they're the team with the AAA ballpark that no players want to play. I don't think Sacramento deserves that. In the NBA, we have an NBA arena. So now the Sacramento Kings are a respected franchise in the NBA because it has the facilities that every other city has. So why would you want to put a pox on the city of Sacramento by carrying out a substandard facility and putting a cloud over Sacramento, one that would probably defer it from being a major league city? I don't think people have thought about that.
Okay, I haven't heard these comments yet.
Does he listen to the show?
Does he listen to the show? Seriously, Scott, I mean, I know Scott still lives here too at times. It's almost verbatim what we've been talking about. The thing we're not paying attention to enough is that this could end up making Sacramento look horrible. We talked about it yesterday. Did Scott listen to the show yesterday?
Probably. He was on the YouTube chat.
Finally, and this
Frank.
This this is the one that might have the most hopium attached to it. And I'm on record being very much against this move, but the other thing I don't want to do is there's nothing worse than false hope. But Scott Boras says there maybe there's an alternative out there.
But I think the negotiate
entertainment group, they have taken over ownership from the city and the
What happened there? Is that just a miscut? Okay. Well, we'll have Chris efforts that quote again here in a second, but without playing it was the idea, and I'm paraphrasing here because again I haven't heard it. I've just read the gist of the article that there's a new ownership group that owns the Coliseum, and could they somehow work something out with the A's to go back there? I don't know how that would work with the money they've already invested. I don't know. Again, it's speculation. I want to be really careful there, and I'll let Scott's comments speak for themselves when we get that. But Jason, Scott ain't just some dude. This is a guy that controls, and it wasn't my interview, and again, thanks to Mark Dembski, but I don't imagine he's going to want any of his players playing there either.
Yeah, so I'm curious what the
all right, here we go. This is the bottom cut here, Chris. Yeah, okay, here we go. Take 2, Scott Boras on an alternative.
There's a new party that owns the Coliseum that is now ready and willing to negotiate with the A's that wasn't before.
Do you think the A's listen to him?
They have to, because they get their full TV rights and maybe a better deal on that stadium. It depends a lot on the contract agreement and what the commissioner's authority would be. But I think the Oakland A's are now going to get a great deal from the Coliseum ownership group, where they would certainly want the team there. They have their offices there. Everything works for them.
Oh, jeez.
It's cloudy. The water's just a little bit more.
Oh, now look, I certainly there's some hopium there. I don't. It's hard to turn a yacht around in a river. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a lot of bells and whistles in motion here. I think that's a phrase. But Boras's comments are they're not completely illogical. That's where they're familiar with. It is. Right. It's more, the Oakland Coliseum is more of a major league facility than Sutter Health Park is. That's just the bottom line. And with the new, look, if we want to go full hopium here, and again, I don't think this will happen, but if you wanted to go full hopium, Rob Manfred asks Vivek to stand down, maybe promises him, not promises him, but say, hey, he's got a lot of leverage here. Hey, he could always say something like, I can't guarantee you an expansion team, but I can guarantee you if you don't want an expansion team, they reimburse for all the, maybe the A's and Major League Baseball. Hey, you just got a bunch of new facilities. You can keep those. Thanks for your time. They go back to Oakland. They're able to cut some deal for a year or two and go back to the drawing board on a new stadium. Now, that's the hopiest of hopiums going on.
Right.
But we talked yesterday and the day before, Jason, about the season ticket thing.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I think it was either yesterday or the day before I was reading, there was a season ticket holder event to sell season tickets, and people all over the place were like, these prices are absolutely insane. There was a lot of commenting there that I read. And now today we're talking about this. I think the overarching point is get used to it.
Yeah, there are flaws in all of it. We've said this from the beginning. Yeah. To stay in Oakland, there's some flaws.
Yes.
To come to Sacramento, there's certainly flaws.
Yes.
To eventually get to Vegas, there's flaws. There's flaws in Salt Lake City.
Yeah.
None of it where you go, that makes the most sense.
Yeah.
None of it to me. But if you look at each individual one, let's go to the one he was talking about, Sacramento. I don't disagree with anything he said there. Could this be a workaround if we're just talking about Sacramento? And I could be over my head here on this, but part of the issue to me of why artificial turf was mentioned was the two teams.
Yes.
Priority would seem to be the A's over the River Cats, with apologies to the River Cats.
Yeah.
Could something be done differently with the River Cats in some sort of deal? So then now all the things that he talked about, you need your own workout space. You need your, you don't want to be sharing with another team,
right?
Even if they're not here while they're on the road. Is that a workaround, a viable one? And then maybe because you don't have two teams, you're not now putting in artificial turf as a thought thrown out there. Is that a concept?
I think that would be the smartest move. I think the biggest mistake they're making is trying to pack
two teams
in. You've got a AAA team that you own. I'm talking about the Kings. You own them.
Yeah.
There's plenty of other places. I wouldn't say plenty. There are other places and facilities you can move them for 3 or 4 years. Why not? You're going to be able to cut a deal. You're basically doing with River Cats sort of what Fisher's doing with the A's. You're going somewhere for a few years, maybe a place that has an open facility and they want minor league baseball, and that's a tryout for them.
Yeah.
And you get a piece of the ticket revenue and all that stuff. And on the text line right now, Jason, to your point, why is grass okay for AAA, but they want turf for the major leagues? Why can't they just play on the grass?
Yeah.
They play. The reason is you can't maintain a grass field with the better part of 150 games played there per year. You can't do it.
Yeah.
So I get it, but it's stupid.
Right. And then, the benefit, then the River Cats are nomads for 3-4 years, but there would be some upgrades made in West Sac.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you return, if the A's were to move on, you get the benefit of that. I'm not saying that that's the fix. Everything's good. That's the way you do it. But to me, on the Sacramento angle, that would be a way. The Oakland one, wow, I didn't even remotely think about that with that other group, but you got issues with that. Like you said, I like the analogy, turning a yacht around in a river. Do they want to deal with Fisher? Does Fisher want to deal with them? I feel like he's been out the door for multiple years. Just when you think it's clear, it feels like it's getting messier.
Well, the reason why there could be, and by the way, I also don't think Scott Boras is just going to say stuff.
Oh, right.
So he hasn't talked to people about this. But the reason why that could even be a conversation to look at, I'm not just blowing it off.
Which part? The Oakland part?
The Oakland part is that John Fisher was dealing with the city of Oakland.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's dealing with a brand new ownership group that owns the Coliseum. He has no prior dealings with them. There's no bad blood. There's not years of this and that and whatever. So maybe he goes, hey, look, listen, we'll make everyone happy. We stay here, but you got to give us some sort of a deal. And if he gets that deal, and what Boras said that was really well taken is we don't know what kind of a discount the A's are taking from NBC. This is really the linchpin of the whole thing, is the NBC Sports California TV deal. Well, if he's in Oakland, he gets 100% of that. I don't know what kind of, if any, discount they're getting, but you'd have to think there's some sort of discount being given. Sacramento's a much smaller market than Oakland, just for TV wise. That could be worth that. As a matter of fact, the way the math works out, if there is a discount given, and I believe, I'm speculating, but I imagine the A's are getting something less from NBC Sports California playing in Sacramento as opposed to Oakland. If that's the case, my guess is that difference is going to be somewhere right around how much the rent would be at the Oakland Coliseum for a year. And you don't have to build new facilities. And you go back there. You can still sell the team. You can still move to Vegas. You're just playing there for the next 3 to 4 years. You've already got your offices there. You have your built-in blah, blah, blah. As far as your point about the River Cats, it's incredibly well taken. I'm looking at this right now. This is a couple years ago. I was trying to find numbers here, but something like $12,000 for 4 season tickets for a half season with food, including food in the Governor's Club. I'm seeing somebody write. That's a lot less than what's going on right now. Point being, the priority would be the A's, not the River Cats. You put the River Cats somewhere else. So now you have the River Cats in a new city. So there's going to be excitement there. You get all the money off of that, or a deal. And then you have the A's coming in. You don't have to worry about the expense of putting in and maintaining the turf and all that. You keep it grass. And now you have that, to me, I mean, you're moving chess pieces a little bit, but that to me makes more sense.
Yeah.
The whole thing, man, we've said
so smooth,
just so smooth. And
and everyone else gets the runaround. Current A's fans in Oakland that have been going through just torture. People here that have some hope. Torture. Maybe it doesn't seem like there's a big list of people excited in Vegas, but they've got to be some. Just everybody's going through the runaround on this.
I work with a different sports owner as my other job, and part of my job is to advise that sports owner. And if I had the same,
what are you doing in this one?
If I had the same job with Vivek.
Oh, Vivek, not Fisher.
No, not Fisher. No, Fisher.
You'd quit.
Yeah. I would beg him. Listen, man, you were top of the pops when you saved this team. You bought the team. You could have run for mayor and won with 90% of the vote. And then you had the Stauskas, the symphonic band, like every owner stumbles. And I would say the low point was probably the firing of Mike Malone, something like that. But then you've worked your way back. You've done a lot of things in the community, a lot of wonderful things. And I think your heart's in the right place. You're trying to bring Major League Baseball to Sacramento.
Get this team here.
Yeah. But you're misreading the room. He's misread the room from the jump on this with the relocation leftovers here. And the bottom line is, ever since this news was announced, I hate seeing other cities. Other cities are killing us. Like we all are stealing the A's. And I know that's not the case, but from a PR standpoint, this has been an S show from day one for Sacramento. And it's going to undo a lot of the goodwill. Just let go of it. I can't say it enough, man. This is not going to end well unless you do a backroom deal and buy this team from John Fisher. But as long as John Fisher is involved, you're gonna look like a mark, is what you're gonna look like to the whole world. And I don't want to see that happen. I have a lot of love and respect for Vivek Ranadive. And I think this is not going to end well. Hope I'm wrong. I hope that I am wrong, but I'm not. We'll take a break. When we come back, let's look at the NFL. Buffalo, Miami tonight, week 2. It's back. We'll go there next.
The NFL's leading rusher plays here.
The handoff to McCaffrey, walks in the end zone. Handoff to McCaffrey, takes it right down to the goal line. He does his thing again. McCaffrey goes in motion right. Backwards pass led by Juszczyk. A block there. Hurdles a man. 10-5. Touchdown! CMC!
You can hear all of Christian McCaffrey's touchdowns on your home for 49ers football. Sactown Sports.
Ooh, ma. What was that? That is business phone bliss with the Ooma Cloud phone system. It handles all our voice, video, and messaging needs.
You sound very
calm. I am. Ooma has everything I need to run my business more efficiently, like virtual receptionist, call routing, and video conferencing. And it starts at just $19.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees.
Ooma.
Nice. Find your business comm at ooma.com/radio.
Whether you own a local business or a global one,
You're always looking for ways to position your operation to create opportunities and move on them faster. With Bank of America, you get access to experts, award-winning insights, and business solutions so powerful, you'll make every move matter. Locally and globally. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. What would you like the power to do? Copyright 2024 Bank of America NA.
It's the home opener for the Sacramento State Hornets this Saturday. 6 p.m. kickoff versus Nichols. Get your tickets at hornetsports.com.
We'll have more later on those comments from Scott Boras. One last thing before we get to week 2, Jason. You know, again, we mentioned it earlier, but let's not forget. Scott Boras is a native of Sacramento, Elk Grove, but Sacramento. He has family here. Right. So he's not just speaking as, you know, it's not like it's Drew Rosenhaus speaking. Yeah. This is a guy, and that especially rang true in those comments about the black eye for Sacramento and the worry that we're kind of being taken here, and we'll have a bad look, you know, as a sports town, if you will. So very, very interesting. Honestly, hey, if they got him, we should probably effort Scott Boras. He obviously listens.
Yeah.
We ever had Scott Boras on the air?
I don't recall that. Yeah,
I don't think so either. Okay. Again, thanks to our friend Mark Dembski for all that. Week 2 tonight, Buffalo, Miami. This time it's for real. The Dolphins at home favored by 2.5, which means generally if they were on a neutral site, the Bills would be favored by 0.5. I think this is I don't know if I'm a fan of this line. I do wonder if Josh Allen being banged up in week 1 has much to do with this. Raheem Mostert out for the Dolphins. Devon Achane is questionable. I imagine he will play. Jeff Wilson Jr., I'm telling you, if Achane doesn't play or is limited, Wilson's going to have like 100 yards. It's plug and play there.
I just feel when I think about the two teams, just to the basic element, I just feel like Buffalo's better.
Yeah, I do.
There's not this wide margin. They're not considerably better. This doesn't feel like, oh, they would dominate if they played 10 times. They win 9 of 10. That's not the case, but 6 of 10, 7 of just slightly more. I just feel like they're just a little bit better. But what does that mean in this particular game? I think when the Bills have been in trouble, Josh Allen makes mistakes. They were down last week at a point where it's like, man, are the Cardinals going to get just incredible road win to begin the year? Instead, Josh Allen helped rally them back, found some of his new weapons. And then, you know, for the Dolphins, yeah, there's running back concerns in this game, but, you know, you still have got Waddle. You still got Tyreek Hill, who's just phenomenal, and Tua, if he keeps making plays. So sets up for a good game. Someone's going to be 2-0 to start out in that division, get a division win against the other. So, yeah, I mean, it's week 2, but it feels like a nice early important game.
Just want to shout out to Mike Shanahan, because Mike and his son and his son's disciples, they just have this weird Olandis Gary effect. Mm-hmm. You'll remember Mike with the Broncos, and it was Olandis Gary one year. It was Mike Anderson the next. Just you plug them, 1,000 yards. Yesterday, or Elijah Mitchell's rookie year, 1,000 yards. And they get CMC. CMC's hurt. Jordan Mason, second most rushing yards, period. Raheem Mostert's a cast-off from the Niners, goes to Miami under a Kyle Shanahan disciple, Mike McDaniel, leads the league in touchdowns. You got Devon Achane, who probably is actually the most talented running back out of all the names I just mentioned, perhaps. And then, again, like I said, you know Jeff Wilson Jr. It's those Shanahan running backs that just plug and play so well. And I'm not taking credit away from them. It's just the system that originated with their day. It really is a good scheme. And you mentioned the Dolphins have lost 11 of 12 to the Bills, which is funny because I'm old enough to remember when the Bills were just perennial losers.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you had the 4 straight Super Bowls, and then they just kind of went in the tank.
But before that and after that, yeah, they weren't.
Exactly. So, but just a reminder, by the way, and don't kill the messenger here. That game's on Amazon Prime,
right?
Tonight. So,
and Sactown Sports.
And Sactown Sports. Yeah. So look, you don't want to do Amazon Prime, right here, baby.
Yeah.
What are you worried about? Right here. And then going into week 2, I wish it's kind of. I don't want there to be, but I kind of wish there was a game on Friday now.
We just need more football. I'm okay with it, actually. Of all weeknights,
yeah,
Friday's
you're right.
Kind of good. We're getting ready for the weekend. You know, you got a busy Saturday and Sunday. Thursday night's good. I like, as a fan, I think the players hate it, but I mean, this is a purely selfish statement. Like, it's nice to get the week started with a Thursday night game.
Yes,
but it bothers me how much the coaches and players hate it.
They do.
I think they love the wraparound to have the longer week the next week, but they hate that short week.
If you were a player, don't you think this would be the time that you'd want to play Thursday night football?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, beginning of the year.
Because like just thinking about like a week 14 Thursday night game just sounds brutal.
And just a heads up, by the way, coming this Sunday, just be prepared for this. It's kind of a letdown, man. Like there's 3 afternoon games.
Okay.
All right.
What do we got?
Rams at Cardinals.
Okay.
Steelers at Broncos. Bengals at Chiefs.
Okay.
And then your Sunday night game is Bears and Texans. Now, don't get me wrong. I'll be interested in the Bengals Chiefs and Bears Texans just because I think those are 2 up and coming teams. That's fine.
It was okay.
That's what I'm saying. Raiders are in the morning. Niners are in the morning. There's the Colts Packers morning. Buccaneers Lions. Saints Cowboys. All morning games. And then you still have 3 other games in there. So I can just, you're going to get to the afternoon, man. Throw on the Chiefs.
Isn't it kind of weird to get to the Sunday night game? Because, I mean, for me, I've spent so much red zone where you're just bouncing everywhere. And then,
it's so boring.
It really is so boring.
They have commercials.
You can't go
I think the production element, they're so good.
They're
it's all
great.
high quality on a Sunday night game, but it's a longer
But like
journey.
you mentioned, maybe the best thing about Red Zone, it's commercial-free football for 7 hours.
The crazy thing too is it really only works with the NFL.
I know
every other sport has like tried to come up with their own red zone. It just doesn't work.
Imagine like basketball. It's just always people shooting.
Yeah.
There's nothing there. Baseball, you never know when anybody's going to score.
Yeah, baseball, I forget what they call it. I think it's the big inning on ML, but they bounce around. It actually feels like it would make more sense there because of all the idle time, but it kind of.
Well, the problem is baseball red zone doesn't have to be, baseball scoring position doesn't have to be the red zone, but if it's better than baseball,
right?
Regular old baseball.
Yeah, I think it's where they put multiple games on the screen. You're like, okay, so something's going on over there, but it might just be the 0-1 pitch,
I would be more likely to watch a baseball channel where it was like any game that has runners in scoring position or like, Aaron Judge or some big hitter up. Like, let's just go to those. So at least it's interesting situations.
Right.
But yeah, you get to Sunday Night Football and I saw, I don't remember the media person, but I saw on online a couple of days ago, this guy was like, I can't handle red zone, man. It's just too much. I don't like it. You can't get in the flow of a game. To me, NFL Red Zone is the best sports viewing experience of any sport.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know if I ever had a thought. If you try to explain it beforehand, I don't know what I would have thought, but I've just enjoyed it from the first time I watched it. And it's weird because, especially the morning, because there's usually eight games or something. And there might be they spend more time sometimes on a game, and then you go away from that game, or it's like, oh yeah, the Saints are playing the Panthers. Like it just jumps in. You're like, oh, touchdown. Okay, we're done with that game. And they're back to something else. Like they kind of lock in on a few games for a while and you forget about some of them.
You know what what I consider the biggest influence on Red Zone, why I think Red Zone is here in the first place, is the Big Show.
One of the classics.
One of my first internships right
shows
here.
Ever did.
You and Steve Buzzard, Steve Goss, radio, running all over the place, having all the radio broadcasts on and tape running anytime somebody scored.
It's an amazing show.
Oh, it was the best. You guys are out at McGee's, throwing the digital audio tape to Goss. He cues it up, and then you got the stinger.
Yeah, give me the stinger. We get the highlight. We get the radio. We turned
thing.
that around pretty fast.
my taxes. Yes, you did. That was Red Zone before it was Red Zone.
Yeah.
We killed it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
A lot of people like that show, myself included.
I always it's like when Dennis and Chris Guerrero get going on the chat. They're like two dogs fighting over a bone, and it's just I got to feel for the other chat people because it's like two little kids just and everyone else is just trying to get in there, but they're laughing. They're having a good time. We'll take a break. When we come back, 4 Down Territory. Week 2 starts tonight. We'll give you a prediction and also some other notes on the games of the weekend. Let's go. Coming up right after this.
The Sacramento Kings play here.
He's got the triple. Sacramento takes the lead. Outstanding ball movement by Sacramento.
Every triple, every jam, every Kings win.
Sabonis with the jam over the Joker. He's got the three-point shot.
Get your Kings fix all season long.
Right here on your home of the Sacramento Kings.
Here's a steal by Fox, the breakaway. He's got the rip with the left hand.
Sactown Sports at SactownSports.com.
Hey, listen up. This is your Sactown Sports live events calendar. First in the lineup is the Lodi Grape Festival coming September 12th through the 15th. And then rock out to Zeppelin USA at Thunder Valley on September 19th. On September 20th, laugh your heart out with comedy superstar Nikki Glazer at Thunder Valley. And the laughs keep on coming on September 21st with George Lopez when he takes the stage at Hard Rock Live Sacramento. If you're a country fan, you won't want to miss Winona Judd at Hard Rock Live on September 28th. And then on October 4th, comedy legend Rob Schneider is bringing the laughs to Hard Rock Live Sacramento. On October 20th, you don't want to miss Renee Vaca as he brings his hilarious stand-up to the Crest Theater. And finally, gear up for the ultimate Halloween bash with a $5,000 costume contest. It's Sinners and Saints Saturday at Thunder Valley on Saturday, October 26th. Costumes, music, and plenty of thrills. And that's your Sactown Sports live events calendar. For details, go to SactownSports.com. And stay locked on to Sactown Sports for your chance to win tickets.
Finally, an easy way to find home improvement contractors. Just visit subcontractorsunited.com and simplify your search for home services professionals. From cabinets to windows, roofing to plumbing, Subcontractors United is an easy, simple way to find and hire a home improvement contractor. And you never have to give up personal information. So no harassing phone calls like you get from those other websites. Subcontractorsunited.com is sponsored by D&D Cabinets and Savage Design.
As a mom, I'd do anything to keep my child out of physical pain.
Dr. Pamela Maida is a board-certified orthopedic surgeon.
As a doctor, I know that growth spurts can cause pain in my child's feet, and that can affect their legs and back too.
Good Feet Youth Arch supports are designed to alleviate, even eliminate common pain.
Investing in youth arch supports for your child or teen is one of the best decisions you can make.
Come to the Good Feet store now for a free fitting and test walk.
Sacramento, Dirk Bentley's coming to town.
Getting drunk on a plane.
For his only show in California this year, Saturday, September 28th at Hard Health Park for Country in the Park 2.
What was I thinking?
And he's bringing some friends. Farmally.
I want to close your eyes for this.
Tyler Rich. Dasha.
And
And more. Saturday, September 28th at Hard Health Park. Get your tickets today before they're sold out at CITPFest.com.
Brought to you by the California Army National Guard and Red's Pizzeria and Tap House.
What's going on? We're talking to Chad Hoblet, a Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland. What's happening for Ram Power Days?
Well, 2024 is almost over, so we figured we'd get a head start with big savings on brand new 2025 Ram 1500s. Right now, you can save up to $15,000 off MSRP on the brand new and very nicely updated 2025 Ram 1500s, starting as low as $37,780.
I want to make sure I heard you right. You said 2025, as in next year's models, and you're already giving $15,000 off?
You heard that right. Plus, with all the upgrades Ram has made on the 1500s, this is the best Ram yet.
Test drive the best Ram truck yet at the Hoblet Ram Truck Center. See our whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period. 15,000 total net savings after 10,500 factory rebates and 4,500 dealer discounts. Rebates include 3,000 in Hoblet Select inventory coupons and 2,000 Hoblet trade-in assistant coupons. Must have qualifying trade-in. At least 5 of this net savings. Coupons only available while supplies last. See dealer for details.
Do you have old baseball cards and sports memorabilia from the 50s and 60s collecting dust in your closet? They could be very valuable in any condition. Find out at the Sports Cards Roadshow. We'll be in the Sacramento area to evaluate your old and modern sports cards. Visit sportscardsroadshow.com today to schedule your appointment. Ask about your free on-site sports card evaluation. For large vintage and modern collections, we can come to you. Skip the garage sale. Sports Cards Roadshow is buying. Call 1-800-560-3272 today or visit sportscardsroadshow.com.
Get your tickets for the Marysville Stampede September 14th and 15th at MarysvilleStampede.com.
In the morning to get your sports fix.
Live and local.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
I'll bring that on the air, Chris.
Solid. Those are the first words of the song. I don't know if anyone knew that.
Hey, Mr. Dave, why does the afternoon show poop on you? At first it was cute, but they really rip you. Is everything cool? We don't hear you snapping on them. Talking about the afternoons or middays? Afternoons. What? Draper and Whitey? I don't know anything about that. I don't listen though. So.
I would say Whitey is like the older brother of you at the station.
He is. Yeah, I've said it a billion times. I was in 7th grade. I mean, I'm just happy Whitey still knows where he is. That's shut up, Chris.
Seizure salad.
I pay my taxes. Just him doing a show every day is a miracle. Are they on there? Are they full strength today? We'll give them a plug. Afternoon shows.
Well, they're going till 4:30.
They're going till 4:30 till football, leading into football.
Yeah, there you go.
Kyle and Oldie coming up. So what time do they start? 2? Yeah, 2 o'clock.
Dinner time.
Supper.
I mean, come on. Remember when Whitey wanted to do diss tracks? It still gets me every time. Let's do diss tracks.
I like how everyone agreed, like, oh, Whitey would murder you.
Yeah, it's like, no, I would take it too personally.
Oh, and if you don't follow Whitey on Twitter, do yourself a favor because he comes up with these King songs that are great every single time.
Do I follow him?
You do.
I do. Follow him on Twitter. From the 530, yes, no Raiders games for us non-Sunday ticket people this Sunday. Niners are playing. That is true. Yeah, that's right. There won't be. I didn't think about that. He's right. Because no, that's wrong. Because there'll be Fox games? And guy. I'll be on Fox and. Way to make me look stupid. I doing a good enough job of that on my own. 4 down territory. Let's start it right now, please. La 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 la.
Week 2 starts tonight with Bills and Dolphins. Who you got?
Give me the Bills.
The Bills?
The Bills. I know they're 2.5.
No, don't say the stat.
Hold on.
People have forgotten already.
Is this the stat we
talked
about?
Josh Allen one?
Is this the one we talked about earlier?
Not the wins. You could go ahead and say that one.
Is it the one about when you score points?
Yes.
Oh, damn it. Okay. There's a really good stat coming up in the next segments that Chris has about Josh Allen. We told you earlier, it's nothing to do with this game, but the Niners, I'm just going through my likes. The Niners have not won on the roads against the Vikings since 1992. Mm-hmm. And the stat about Josh Allen I gave earlier, he has never lost on Thursday. He is 6-0. So I also think the Bills, I think this is going to be an offensive game. And, this smells to me like some sort of like a 36-30, 35-28. So, I just remembered ADD. The the Niners game from last week. I don't think we mentioned this all week long, Jason Ross. The Niners, as we all know, beat the Jets, and they beat them on Monday night, 32-19. Friend, that's what we call a scoregami. If you're not familiar with scoregamis,
Really?
that score has never, ever happened in the history of the National Football League. Yeah, how about that?
That would have been an incredible call on the random stat.
That would have been. Oh my God, we'll have a scoregami. I don't even think any of us ever thought to even do that. Yeah,
I went with the doink and got it right.
You got the doink, and the doink. I would say that is actually.
I felt really good.
That's not a scoregami level of insane, but that's up there. That's a lot better than let's put it this way: the doink greater than sign if Juszczyk had scored a touchdown.
Okay, here's of the judges, you and Chris being the judges. If the ball hit the upright, which it did, but I said he was going to doink a PAT or a field goal, and it would go in, which it did.
Yes.
What if he missed off the doink?
You're not getting that.
Oh, come on, Judge.
Yeah, I kind of with Chris. Like, we would acknowledge it, but
if you would have just said doink.
Yeah, if you'd have just said doink, but you said doinking in. Okay. It was doink, and it was. But if it was doinking out, that's like if you hit a hole-in-one on a mulligan.
Yeah.
It's still a hole-in-one, sort of, but it's really a hole-in-3. You can't claim it. You're not buying anyone drinks.
Well, I got it.
I'd like to say I have 2 holes in one, but I don't. I only have 1. Holes. Attorneys General.
I have a ton of holes in ones.
Holes in ones on what? Golden Tee?
No, miniature golf.
Oh, yeah.
I'll take the Bills.
I'll take the Bills, too. Number 2, please.
If you were an NFL player and could play in Miami or Buffalo, which would you pick?
Play in Miami or Buffalo?
How much money am I making?
Same amount.
I mean, the cost of living is obviously lower in Buffalo. Anyone else ever go on Redfin and look at houses in Buffalo?
No, never once.
I have, and it's like you can buy a house in Buffalo for like a price of a VCR.
Well, I wrote this question for a couple different reasons to see your reaction.
So it's funny.
I think you and I are the same age.
I don't know if we are. Maybe we are. I don't know, because I'm going to curveball this one. I have no interest in living in Miami. Right. I don't like Florida whatsoever. Right. God, the Buffalo is so cold, dude. It's so cold.
What do you want?
I don't want it. Okay, I don't want extremes.
Yeah.
So what I would do is,
Miami's extreme.
Yes, I think I would.
Isn't Buffalo closer to Sacramento? Feel fans like this, the team, they love them. They're crazy.
Yeah,
but they love them. Miami, you're like.
Doesn't snow 5 feet in Sacramento.
You guys are tough.
I've spent a winter living in Minneapolis, St. Paul. I've had to use a jewel case from a CD to scrape off my windshield at 6 a.m. when it's dark. I have had to have a mud room for my shoes that you take off after trudging in the snow. I once fell on some steps and a clipboard I was carrying hit me in the lip and I had a bloody lip. And the worst thing of all, I was walking to the liquor store for a pack of smokes and my legs froze. They were numb on the way back. I was having trouble walking. When you can spit loogies and they stop in midair and crackle on the ground. Miami's not extreme hot. I don't like I would hate both, or I would dislike both for certain reasons.
That you're picking.
But I would buy some oceanfront house and way outside of Miami. And just deal with it while I await my trade to Denver or something.
So it's cool in Denver.
It's well, Denver's drunk.
Denver's bipolar
and high.
Denver will be 37 degrees one day and 84 the next. Yeah, I'm weirdly going to pick Miami, but I don't like it. Okay. Chris?
Miami.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now
I'm taking Miami.
The fact that Buffalo fans do crash through tables and they throw
you would be legendary if you're a great Buffalo Bill. You're legendary in Miami. You're another
whatever. Guy. No, you're right. Hang out with Dan Marino though.
Okay.
The Dolphin.
Get his gloves.
Those gloves. Isotoners, baby.
Finkel is Einhorn. Einhorn is Finkel.
Turn down, please.
Snowflake. Which 1-0 team would you rather be right now? The Eagles or the Lions?
Yeah, I'm going to take the Eagles because I've been on the Eagles all summer and all year. I'm just going to stick with that. I think the Lions are great, but I think the Eagles' ceiling is higher than the Lions' ceiling. I do. I think they're a more complete team. I think I love Jared Goff, but I think Jalen Hurts has a higher ceiling. I think last season was an absolute anomaly in the second half. And I've said it before, I'll say it again. I think the Eagles, if they're right, I think they're the biggest threat to the Niners in the NFC.
I'm going to say the Eagles, too. They both had good wins to open up week one against NFC teams that I think are going to be good. Technically, the Eagles had a home game. Man, that game in Brazil counted as a home game for the Eagles. But why I would say the Eagles, they've got a new toy, a new weapon, and he was great. Saquon Barkley. That's kind of a mystery man that I don't think got enough love for going to the Eagles. And in week one, 3 touchdowns. I don't know what kind of year he's going to have overall, but that's kind of exciting. Lions come back with the same group, which is really good. But I think that's an exciting part. So right now, of the two, I would take the Eagles.
Okay, 4th down, please.
Which 0-1 team would you rather be right now? The Giants or the Panthers?
Punt. Panthers for me.
It's funny you pick those two cities. I'm going to take the Giants, and here's why.
What is the redeeming value of that team?
I'm actually mad at Panthers fans.
Because?
Did you see the Panthers tweet and Instagram post yesterday?
Did not.
They, like many teams, posted a remembrance photo of for 9/11 and the tragedy, like we talked about yesterday. The comment sections, where the overwhelming favorite answer, the most common answer given, was that the Panther season is going to be worse. That was basically taken over. So I'm like, guys, it's just football.
Yeah.
Get out of here. Okay. Guys, what has Carolina ever done?
I didn't know that part, but I mean,
yeah, I know. At least they have Bryce Young.
They started already with a new coach.
Yeah.
They've got a new coach, their own one. They have Young. They don't know if he's the quarterback, but it's not Daniel Jones, who they're not paying.
Let me ask you something,
that kind of money.
Don't you get the feeling it's easier to get good in New York as the Giants?
Probably.
Yeah. Plus Wellington Mara, the Mara family, they're pretty good owners. I don't know. It's glad I'm a Niner fan.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll take a break. When we come back, who's hot, who's not? A great stat on Josh Allen from Christopher Lott. I wish I knew. And let's go streaking, everybody. I'm trying to continue. You guys are trying to continue. And I took an A. I don't know how it went. We'll
see if it's an L.
We'll find out next.
Did you miss any part of our live local shows? Don't worry, you never have to miss them again. Check out SactownSports.com and search our podcast page and play our shows when you want. The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Stiles and Watkins, and the Drive Guys. Plus, other podcasts like Return of the Empire, Return of the Roar, the Stingers Up podcast, and Golf to Go with Frank LaRosa.
They're all available right now on SactownSports.com.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave for American Energy Heating and Air with a question. Have you recently had a technician diagnose your HVAC system and you were a bit surprised at how much it cost? Or did something seem off about their quote? Because at American Energy, they take pride in giving you honest, straightforward solutions to get that system up and running. Have their qualified technicians come out and give you a free second opinion. It's free. You got nothing to lose but some dollars off of that original quote. They're making the uncomfortable comfortable. They've been doing it since 1981, serving the greater Sacramento area. A+ with the Better Business Bureau. That's why they keep having customers coming back for more and more and more. You can call them and set that appointment at 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
Fargo, your virtual assistant from Wells Fargo, makes banking faster and easier. Like this.
Fargo, what did I spend on groceries last month?
And this.
Fargo, turn off my debit card.
And this.
Fargo, what's my checking account routing number?
And that's just the beginning. Do you, Fargo? You can in the Wells Fargo mobile app. Learn more at wellsfargo.com/getfargo.
Fargo is only available on the smartphone versions of the Wells Fargo mobile app. Wells Fargo Bank N.A., member FDIC.
At aimyourdigital.com, we'll help you target the right audience, build your leads, and crush your quota. Take your business to the next level. Our digital marketing strategies help grow awareness of your product or service, all while building trust in your business. Our approach involves leveraging multiple tools and strategies to deliver exceptional results that are customized to your unique business needs. Don't wait to run out of sales leads. Keep your business growing. Get started with aimyourdigital.com today.
It's not hard to be a mom. It's hard to be a good mom. It's easy to be a bad mom. That's so easy. But to be a good mom is hard. To be a bad mom, that's as easy as being a great dad. That's...
Nikki Glazer, Alive and Unwell Tour. Friday, September 20th. The venue at Thunder Valley. Tickets on sale now. For tickets, visit ThunderValleyResort.com. She's alive and unwell. Don't miss Nikki Glazer.
Thank you. Good night.
Model year-end pricing is back at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
During the model year-end event, lower interest rates at Folsom Lake Honda make lower payments. It's no wonder why Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop. Come in today or check out our entire inventory online at folsomlakehonda.com.
Get an instant cash offer for your trade at folsomlakehonda.com. We'll buy your car whether you buy from us or not. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda.
Go to folsomlakehonda.com.
Your one-stop Honda shop.
What sets Ashton & Price apart from other injury law firms? I'll tell you. From beginning to end, all important legal decisions are made directly between our clients and their experienced local attorney. A gate agent flying the plane, the receptionist performing surgery, not a chance. There's simply no substitute for the unique power of the direct attorney-client relationship offered by Ashton & Price. And there's never a fee until we win, and between you and me, we win a lot.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
What's hot and what's not? Brought to you by American Energy Heat and Air, making the uncomfortable comfortable. Head to AmericanEnergyAir.com to find out more.
Get your tickets for the Marysville Stampede September 14th and 15th at MarysvilleStampede.com.
What's hot?
Yeah, hot. Real hot.
And what's not?
It's not good.
Brought to you by American Energy Heating and Air, Sacramento's complete heating and cooling company, and second opinion partner.
Who is hot?
The New York Mets.
Oh?
Yesterday, they were being no-hit by the Blue Jays, being completely shut out, and Francisco Lindor hit a home run to tie the game.
I won't believe it unless there's audio.
0-2. Hit high in the air. Deep right field. Lindor swings and sends it out to tie the game and deliver heartbreak to the Blue Jays.
Mets then went on to score 5 more runs in the ninth and won the game 6-2. They are currently 8-2 in their last 10 and lead the Braves for that last wild card spot.
They are hot.
Yeah.
They are absolutely. You know what? And why am I weirdly rooting for them to be hot? I don't have an explanation, but I kind of want them to be good. They have a massive payroll, a new owner that came in, splashed a bunch of cash. They're a New York team. There's no logical reason but there's something about, I just like a comeback. But I have no good. Carmichael Dave should hate the Mets and everything they stand for and not root for them. But for some reason, I see him win and I go, okay.
Is it Mr. Met, the mascot?
It's Timmy Trumpet.
Oh.
It's Timmy Trumpet. By the way, Chris, you're going to love this. You know who else is hot?
Careful.
I know the answer to that.
No, I don't think. Oh, do you?
Wow.
This guy.
You remember first time you heard the legend in leather? The career ended with the road killer stuck to his fender. I'm on another bender.
That's terrible audio. Hello, Cool J has a new song out.
And I was listening to that.
That's, dude, the whole song was like, it's with Eminem.
Oh.
It's called Murder Graham Do. So it's for kids.
Murder Graham Do.
Murder Graham Do, actually, 1916 was a baseball player. And he had one at bat. One game, he actually didn't get an at bat, and then he went on to become a doctor or something. And
Murder Graham Do. Murder Graham
Don't.
I thought Murder Graham Do was Target's version of Mountain Dew.
Wait,
knockoff.
Didn't Murder Graham Do finish second in the Kentucky Derby?
Yes.
Anyways, I'm an LL Cool J honk, so that's good. All right, who's not?
The Miami Dolphins.
Oh no, they suck.
When playing against Josh Allen, they have allowed 2 or more touchdown passes to him in all 13 career starts against him. That's 3 more than any other quarterback against any other team.
That's ridiculous. That's the stat. That is redonk. Seriously.
Redonk.
So you got Josh Allen has never lost on Thursday. Josh Allen with his absolute tonnage, as the kids say, all the time.
Which means the Dolphins are going to win 42-6 tonight.
Sounds like Murder Graham do.
Anyone else's friend? Anybody know anyone that says what the Sigma? That's all my kids say now. And I don't know what it's like. I feel like that's naughty, but I don't think it is. I don't know what that is a 100% old man thing. I'm like, I don't. Mason will just be like, what the Sigma? I don't think he's ever said a bad word in his life, but
maybe he should start.
Oh my God, Mason.
You haven't heard him when he's playing chess and losing.
You murder dude.
Sitting down in the bathroom.
Yes.
Lazy peeing.
Yeah.
Let's go streaking right now, boys.
It's time to go streaking.
We're going streaking!
Who is the Nostradamus of MLB? Who can keep the streak going? It's time to go streaking.
What the hell are you doing?
Streaking. All right. Here we go. Carmichael Dave's currently at a 3-game hitting streak. Chris and myself, we each have one, modest one. Trying to get to 2. We'll leave the show leader for last. That's you, Dave. Chris took from the New York Yankees Juan Soto.
Childish Bambino.
Him too?
Him too. Wow.
He got up 5 times. You know he got a hit. Oh, he had a home run.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Murder Graham do.
1 for 5, home run. Chris is at 2.
Good for you, Chris.
I'm trying to join Chris. I took Marcell Ozuna from the Atlanta Braves.
I'm sorry on the timing on this, but hey, we never do this. Here's
2-2.
Here's what happened.
Driven deep to right field. Way back. How about Juan Soto? Halfway up the bleachers.
Why does he sound like Jerry Seinfeld?
I don't know.
What's the deal with his home run?
I don't know. It's Childish
You hit
Bambino.
it, you run, you go. I don't know what that was. So I'm glad you're playing audio to support this. So Marcell Ozuna, Dave, he got up 4 times.
Yeah.
Fire away.
Fire away on Marcell Ozuna of the Atlanta Braves. All right, here we go.
And Ohtani belts this one to right center field and deep. This one heading back. It's gone. A line drive out of here.
Marcell Ohtani.
Yeah.
There's no highlight. They went 0 for 4.
Oh, sorry, Jason.
You suck.
Sorry, it's over. It's over now.
Holiday is over. It's over, ladies and gentlemen.
Chris at 2. I'm at 0, but Dave is at 3. We're trying to get him to 4.
Nice catch, Blanco Nino.
Why? Okay, you got Jason.
I want to not get hits if Chris will play that every day. All right. Well, maybe it'll happen again if Carmichael Dave does not get a hit. You took Brent Rooker of the Oakland Athletics, one of the hottest teams going in all of the land. Whether they're playing here or Oakland or parts unknown. Rooker got up 5 times. Rooker got 2 hits.
That's right.
Dave is at 4.
And 2 for Brent Rooker. All right.
So Dave's at 4. Chris is at 2. I'm at 0. Dave, you cannot pick Altuve, Ohtani, Holiday, or Rooker.
Oh, man.
Limited number of games today.
Well, you know what I can pick? I can pick Shohei. More like Shohei Notani because he's not playing. Give me Julio Rodriguez of the Seattle Mariners.
He's not going to get a hit for you.
Mariners.
Okay. Julio Rodriguez. I'm taking Ellie De La Cruz.
Ellie.
Chris, you can't take Betts or Soto.
I'm taking from the Oakland A's, Lawrence Butler.
Oh, that's like Chris's go-to. I like it.
I'm ready to be.
Nice catch, Blanco.
Hey, it's the final hour. Final hour of the program.
That's all we have left.
That's all we have left. We used to be done at this time.
No, what did we do?
Your agent screwed up our contract negotiations.
My bad. I didn't get Scott Boras.
Yeah, I was gonna say should have called. Better call Scott Boras. Nice catch, Marco Negro. When we come back, Niners at 9. Let's preview the Vikings and Sam Darnold revenge game. All right after those.
What's the missing piece for the 49ers?
Which names will they add during free agency? Whether it's in season or off season, the coverage never stops. Get the latest 49ers news on Sactown Sports at SactownSports.com.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets with nowhere to go. I didn't think I'd survive. But I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year. For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there.
Covenant House helped me break the cycle of homelessness in my family. They gave me the love that I needed.
Over 2,000 young people will sleep safely in a Covenant House bed tonight. When youth who are experiencing homelessness have a hot meal, a safe place to sleep, medical care, and love, they can overcome heartbreaking challenges and have a brighter future.
They just really genuinely just wanted to help me succeed, and I'm succeeding. I'm a speaker, I'm an author. Covenant House really helped me and really helped mold me into the woman I am today.
If you or someone you love is asking for help, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
Finally, an easy way to find home improvement contractors. Just visit subcontractorsunited.com and simplify your search for home services professionals. From cabinets to windows, roofing to plumbing, Subcontractors United is an easy, simple way to find and hire a home improvement contractor. And you never have to give up personal information. So no harassing phone calls like you get from those other websites. Subcontractorsunited.com is sponsored by D&D Cabinets and Savage Design.
For most of the people that walk in our store, it's been an ongoing, nonstop issue, and they're finally walking into the Good Feet store. Okay, the guy that came into my store last year that has had plantar fasciitis for 30 years. I looked at him, I said, "Are you kidding me? I've been here for 14. Where have you been?" I helped relieve a problem that's plagued him for 30 years. I mean, how do you not go home and talk about that?
Come to the Good Feet store now for a free fitting and test walk.
Even in a broken Washington, one person delivers results. Our Congressman Kevin Kiley. Working across party lines, Kevin Kiley has helped pass bipartisan bills to lower prices for gas, groceries, and utilities, provide tax relief for the victims of recent wildfires and storms, and to protect Lake Tahoe today and for future generations. Kiley has secured millions of federal dollars to ease traffic on our roads, expand our water supply, and protect our homes and communities from wildfires. And because he believes public safety comes first, Kevin Kiley is working to crack down on repeat offenders, retail thieves, and fentanyl dealers who prey on our youth. Kevin Kiley is always ready to work across party lines to get things done, and never afraid to take on the establishment in Washington or Sacramento when that's what's needed to protect our quality of life. Delivering results. That's Kevin Kiley. Let's keep him working for us.
I'm Kevin Kiley, and I approve this message. Paid for by Kevin Kiley for Congress.
Sacramento, Dirk Bentley's coming to town.
Getting drunk on a plane.
For his only show in California this year, Saturday, September 28th at Heart Health Park for Country in the Park 2.
What was I thinking?
And he's bringing some friends. Carmichael.
You wanna close your eyes for this.
Tyler Rich. Dasha. And more. Saturday, September 28th at Heart Health Park. Get your tickets today before they're sold out at CITPFest.com.
Brought to you by the California Army National Guard and Red's Pizzeria and Tap House.
KHTKAM HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sactown Sports.
Currently at the Procore Championship in Napa, Jacob Bridgeman leads at 4 under par through 6 holes, and Aaron Bradley is in second at 3 under par through 6. Coverage of the Procore Championship is brought to you by Naturewood Home Furnishings, or it's all about choices and always about quality.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone. And then boom,
with Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna say this. It's been bugging me all morning. So at the end of the Lord of the Rings, when Frodo's getting on the boat to go away with Gandalf, and they're going with the elves to the New World or whatever the hell they're going to.
I know you like Harry Potter.
I think that's the music Chris is using for his golf updates. Brought to us by Naturewood, though, our dear partners. That is. Do you have that theme? That theme is great. At first, I was like, "Hey, everything okay?" Oh yeah, there's golf. I got you. We're happy to have those updates brought to us by Naturewood, but also good luck to Frodo.
Yeah. Best of luck.
Best of luck, Frodes.
Good luck.
You shall not pass. The Niners have not beaten the Vikings, as we've been telling you all morning, in Minnesota since 1992. 92. Would that have been that was too early for Favre, right?
Oh, yeah. For Favre.
I know, right, of course. Gannon? No, too early for Gannon. Sean Salisbury.
I was thinking, was it our guy?
Let's see. All right.
So they won in 92. That's going to be
49ers.
Well, obviously, let's see. When did the Montana Young? I know there was a year Montana was hurt.
Yeah.
And Young got some playing time, but then Montana left ultimately.
The Minnesota quarterback went 9 of 21. By the way, the final score was Niners 20, Vikings 17.
Okay.
The Minnesota quarterback went 9 of 21 with 1 interception. He was sacked 3 times. And that quarterback, Jason Ross, was Rich Gannon.
Oh, wow.
Circle gets a square.
Nice.
Gannon versus Steve Young.
Ah.
And with 23 carries for 134 yards and a touchdown, leading the Niners and leading both teams really in rushing. Florida State's Amp Lee. Remember Amp Lee?
Wow. Would not have gotten that.
No, never, ever. Amp Lee. Florida State's Amp Lee. How about that? By the way, Roger Craig in that game had 4 rushes for 32 yards as well. He had a 21-yard rush, and he also had a catch as well for the Vikings. I know. That's crazy. Yes. Jerry Rice, 5 catches, 56 yards, did not. Anyways, well, it was Rice, wow. John Taylor, Brent Jones, Tom Rathman.
Amp Lee,
Florida State's Amp Lee, that is. Yeah, that's the last time.
Steve Young spinning it.
Steve Young was spinning it, pre-gray haired. Niners were favored by 5 in that one. The over-under was
that Mike Kofer?
Mike Kofer, the kicker? Yes, it was. Yeah. Yes, it was. You remember? You're never gonna get. You'll know the name, but you're never gonna get it for the Vikings. It wasn't. What's this? Gary Anderson,
Vikings kicker.
Yeah,
Donald Igwebuike.
You know what? You're weirdly sort of on the right track. It is not an English name. I don't think.
Don't know.
Remember yesterday when we were playing that clip and the guy said, "What a drive!"
Yeah,
and I said, "You could call that Wad." That's a huge part of the first name of their kicker. Does that do anything at all? Fuad Revez.
Oh,
yeah.
Fuad Revez.
Oh, Fuad. Do you remember the name, right?
Course,
yeah, 100%. Anyways.
That's a huge part of their name. Fuad.
You're a Wad goal?
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. The Niners did go into Minnesota, you will remember, and lost, but they did not have Debo. They did not have Trent Williams.
That's part of that 3-game losing streak where I was like, what's wrong with these guys?
What was it, Browns, Bucks?
Browns, Vikings, Bengals.
Yeah, Browns, Vikings. Oh, how could I forget the Bengals coming in and slapping?
Yeah. And the Browns was with the backup QB, too.
It was.
I remember
that
the Viking
rainy,
game.
Windy, stupid, blowy day.
And the Viking game might have been a Monday night game, but the Niners did not play well. Gave up, I remember, a late touchdown before the half that was bad on a blitz. But yeah, Darnold now is a member of the opposing team.
Yeah, we're looking for revenge.
Yeah, exactly.
You think? Yeah, he probably actually doesn't have any.
Left on good terms, right?
Yeah, I think his stint in San Francisco got him this backup job.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was part of the 3-game losing streak starting October 15th. That was the 1917 loss at Cleveland. They lost to Minnesota 22-17, and then Cincinnati spanked them. And last year, when it came to Minnesota, there was no Kirk Cousins, Brock Purdy, Alexander Madison. Not only did he have 39 yards on the ground, but I believe, did he not have a touchdown? I thought. Oh, no, it wasn't Madison. It was Jordan Addison that grabbed the ball away. And I pissed me off.
How about this? I know there was a lot of people that all of a sudden, more so fantasy-wise, it got a little bit down on some of the Vikings, and specifically Jefferson, because of J.J. McCarthy's injury and being out for the year. If I'm the Niners, I would rather play the rookie. I would 100%. Rather be going against him than Darnold, who 100%. Knows your defense, knows your system. Doesn't mean he'll be super successful. Who knows? But I'd rather play against the rookie.
This is the second week in a row they're going against somebody who has intimate knowledge of how things work out. Robert Saleh last week and Sam Darnold, who's in the QB room every day this week. And that's part of the job.
Yeah.
Sorry, I do that so many. Jason just tried to take a drink out of his water bottle, but the cap was on.
Derp.
How that goes in the that's in the Hall of Fame of looking for your phone or glasses when they're on you,
holding them, and then asking some. Have you seen my phone? Have you seen that?
Dude, I did that within the last year. I was holding the phone in my left hand. I'd been looking. I had to leave, and I'm looking for it. And finally, goes, anybody seen my phone? And of course, it had to be Avery that saw me. Dada.
It's in your hand.
She's nicer than me.
Right. She would have said, you would have said no.
I haven't seen it at all.
Hey, she's starting a new club at school, by the way. She's chairing.
Then I would be acting like I'm calling you, like, dude, I'm calling you.
I'm calling you. You're not there. You were just taking the whole thing. It's where people come in and they draw art based on their emotions. Yeah.
What's the club called? Emotional art?
Art. I don't know. She showed me a poster she made yesterday.
Artspirational.
Yeah, that's a great name. Yeah, this is her first club. I guess, she said there's already been a lot of signups. I'm very nervous, though. Because it's me, if I'm in there and I'm just doing
How do they sign up? With like a cheerful picture?
Like, no, she sits at it's like, that meme where someone's sitting at the table and they're like, Steve Young was better than Joe Montana. Change my mind. Like, that's what she's doing today, but it's, here, sign up. And I guess according to reports, she's already gotten quite a few. They're almost full.
Wow.
And then she's like basically teaching the class. Yeah. She was in diapers yesterday, dude.
Unpaid labor, huh?
Well, yeah. Taking advantage. Anyway, the 49ers hopefully will not have to do emotions through art. Because honestly, I guess I'm nervous about every game. That's just the way I am. But they should win. They should win this game. I do not believe the Vikings are as good as the Jets.
I agree with that.
I think if the Jets and Vikings played, I think the Jets would beat them 8, if not 9 out of 10 times on a neutral field. So there you go. But all that coming up. 10 a.m. start, remember.
Yes.
This Sunday on Fox. Let's get some football stuff here. Tyreek Hill has been in the news. Not just because he's an amazing football player, but also because of that police run-in that he had pregame. And he spoke about how he handled the situation.
I have family members who are cops. We've had conversations. Yes, I will say I could have been better. I could have let down my window, in that instant. But the thing about me is, man, I don't want attention. I don't want to be like cameras out, phones on you, in that moment. But at the end of the day, I'm human. I gotta follow rules. I gotta do what everyone else would do. So now, does that give them the right to literally beat the dog out of me? Absolutely not. But at the end of the day, I wish I could go back and do things a bit differently.
That's horseradish.
Horseradish. That's a pretty insightful thing he said. Charles Barkley had an issue with the media and their coverage of this.
I hate that we're going to throw it in the media because, the guys are going to quickly go to race.
Yeah.
And it bothers me because we don't know what happened because
we weren't there.
Because we got so many fools in the media who love to play the race card. I says, well, wait a minute. They just did the same thing to Scotty Scheffler.
Mm-hmm. They did.
Right? Yeah. I says, sometimes I think the one thing you can't do as a celebrity, you can't say you know who I am. And like I say, I don't know what happened, but that's the one thing you cannot do.
Yeah. Yes, I agree.
You said, yes, sir.
Yep. Cooperate.
Cooperate 100%. And like I say, I don't know what happened, but like I say, when we let these fools on TV and the radio start talking about it, they go straight to, was it racism? I'm like, well, wait a minute now. We don't know that. And I saw the police report say he was uncooperative. Mm-hmm. So like I say, but the one thing I hate when we put stuff in the media, we let guys who race bait start throwing stuff out there. Like I say, wait a minute, the same thing just happened to Scotty Scheffler, who actually got booked.
Yes.
Yeah, he actually got booked.
He went down.
He went down to the big house. Yeah.
It's a very serious subject. I could hear Charles Barkley talk about anything. I may not always agree with him. I just enjoy hearing Charles talk. Just the way he looks at everything.
We don't know what happened. I mean, we've all seen the videos.
There's a video.
What happened?
Yeah. You never know. Finally, Shannon Sharp was on Instagram Live yesterday and didn't realize he was, allegedly. Mm-hmm. And you can find out for yourself if you'd like. If you want to know, well, why is it a big deal if Shannon Sharp was on Instagram Live? Well, he was doing something in the other room with a friend while he was on Instagram Live that you don't want to have your Instagram Live open for, because didn't
he get a lot of comments?
He got a lot of comments, including one of Chris's favorite wrestlers.
Truth.
So anyways, there was some thought. Here's Shannon commenting as to whether or not the video was staged.
I'm embarrassed for a number of reasons. People count on Shannon. There are a lot of people that count on Shannon to be professional at all times. And I always try to be professional at all times. Even when I'm behind closed doors, I still try to remain a level of professional, although I'm in the privacy of my own home. And I'm very disappointed in myself, not for the act. I think there are millions and billions of people of consenting age that engage in activities, but to have your most intimate detail on the audio to be heard.
All right. There's a lot more there, but all right, Shannon. So how do you leave your Instagram Live open? Unless you're just old and have fat fingers or something. But I remember when I did that. This is embarrassing.
At least he wasn't at a wedding.
No, I left it on, and I was in the shower, and all everybody could hear was me singing Let It Go from Frozen. Super embarrassing. We'll take a break. When we come back, could the Pac-12 make a comeback? Jason Ross, they're adding teams left and right, and here we go. We'll talk about that next.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sactown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sactown Sports app.
It's better over here. If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has an exclusive rate plan just for you. Right now, get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for just $30 a line. That's a 45% savings versus Verizon and AT&T. Plus, you can get one of the latest 5G phones free when you add a line. That's right, a free 5G phone. Experience all this and more on America's largest 5G network. So why wait? At T-Mobile, customers 55 and up can get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for only $30 a line. Just go to T-Mobile.com/choice55 or visit your local store to make the switch.
With AutoPay using debit or bank account plus taxes and fees, 45% off 2 lines versus AT&T Starter and Verizon Welcome. Plan benefits vary. Free phones up to $300 off with 24 monthly bill credits and qualifying new line for well-qualified customers plus tax and $35 device connection charge. Contact us before canceling entire account to continue remaining bill credits, and if you pay off device early. See details at T-Mobile.com.
All guests come to you from the Folsom Lake Honda Hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sactown Sports.
Talking during the break, and I couldn't agree more as we get into the Pac-12 here.
Yeah.
Shout out to grits. If they're made right.
So good.
They are.
Yeah.
They're so good. And I don't know why it's mainly a Southern. I grew up eating grits because my parents are from that area, but
I have grits a lot.
I've never had them.
Really?
That's kind of common.
Is it real? That is so weird to me, but I think you're right. Yeah, it's not a common side, but it's one of my favorite sides for breakfast.
I would say at least once a week.
Really? So you have the red and white box in the freezer, the instant grit? Yeah.
You're not in the freezer. Calling you gritty.
Oh, we keep them in our freezer. I don't know why.
No true Southern man uses instant grits.
He's right. I've done, actual, the stone ground from. It's whatever.
My wife will have them more with as a dinner, like shrimp and grits.
Shrimp and grits. I was just saying.
But usually it's.
Oh, you know what? Now that you say that, I have had a taste of it.
Okay.
Shrimp and grits.
But usually it's like eggs. Grits,
yeah, we generally, we'll do like we use half water, half milk, and usually it just calls for water, but the milk makes it nice and creamier. And I'll eat it with butter, salt, and pepper. But the one I like, I like them the Southern way, which is I say the Southern way, but I'll put them in a bowl and then I'll sink a slice of American cheese down there, let it melt, and then eat that with the eggs.
Cheesy grits.
Cheesy.
Yeah.
See, I don't get what it's supposed to tast like. I don't know if
it doesn't have a ton of flavor, honestly, on its own.
Grits on its own.
Yeah.
The closest I can come up with is it's kind of a thicker, grittier, but there's no grit to it. Just the texture wise, like cream of wheat that doesn't do it justice.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that's the closest thing I can compare it to.
Yeah, it's a good complement to other food. Like you can attach it with. You can mix your eggs in it or just eat it with eggs or your shrimp or whatever.
It's like the celery or water chestnuts of the food world where it really just is a vehicle for other flavors. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I guess celery kind of has a flavor.
Yeah.
Jicama doesn't really have a flavor. It's just a stick of white. It's
I
texture.
do like celery.
I celery could possibly be my number one favorite dipping vegetable, but I'm fine with it. I just don't like the strings. The strings bother me.
You can avoid it, but sometimes you can't.
You know what's a low-key, really good dipping vegetable is you ever get a bag of snow peas in the shell?
No, and dipped them? No.
Oh, dude. Bag of snow peas. All right. Soy sauce in a little bowl. And then a bloop of sesame oil, if you have it around the house.
How much?
Bloop.
Oh, okay.
Sesame oil is very strong. It'll overpower everything.
Bloop.
And that's like what you dip edamame in, right? But you dip them snow peas in there and just pop me. That's popcorn all day. I'm an edamame guy too, though. But,
nice.
Speaking of edamame,
what?
The Pac-12 is making some moves. Reports surfaced the two remaining teams in the conference, Washington State and Oregon State, are looking to add the FSU.
What?
Nah, the other one. Fresno State Bulldogs, Colorado State, San Diego State.
Do you know the Colorado State? What's their name?
I know this.
Yeah.
It's not the Buffalo's Colorado. Mustangs?
Nope.
No. What is Colorado?
They're a team in the NFL. Has the same name.
Are they the 49ers? No.
Can I guess?
Wait, are they?
No.
Can I guess?
Yeah.
The Rams?
Correct.
Damn it. Why do I think they were the Mustangs? Oh, that's SMU.
Yeah.
Totally like Colorado State. San Diego State. That's the Aztecs.
Nice. And who else they adding?
I know Boise State.
You also from the NFL.
I want to say
I've been there.
The Boise State Bluefields. No, you have been to Boise.
I have.
Hold on.
That's funny.
Huh?
I said that's funny.
The Boise State
NFL team. AFC. West.
The Boise State Chiefs? The Boise State Chargers?
Raiders.
Are they really?
No.
Oh.
The other team.
Oh, the Broncos.
Yeah. You got there.
Forgot. The Boise State Raiders. I didn't have that one on the bingo card. So, listen, I'll ask you. I'm going to ask you to take your Sac State play-by-play voice hat off. And thank you. And it's more of a crown.
It is.
Any chance Sac State could wiggle in there? I don't understand how any of that works.
Well, I guess there's two options here. Are you referring to the Pac-12 or the Mountain West? Because, two potential conferences here. I don't know entirely of all of the criteria that is necessary to be an FBS team. Part of it is facilities, stadium size, market size. I would say is fine, right? Sacramento is a great market size, great area. California, great opportunity there. I really feel like that's ultimately a next step that should happen for the program. I just don't know when, but this isn't available. Like there's chaos, and in chaos there's opportunity.
Isn't that kind of how you build a program, though?
Yes.
Getting a big conference.
Yeah.
When is Tom Hanks finally going to step up? And
Thank you. He's done more for Cleveland than he has for out here.
Yeah.
Sac State made him.
Made it Sac State.
Yeah.
I think, I don't know. I've always felt like you and I have loved college football, and I think there are portions of people in the area that do, but it's just never been the massive draw. But really a California thing, just in general, I would say that's true. So, but I think what would help is if they had opportunities, especially in these, like if they were hosting Fresno State or Boise State or every other year, and some of these teams that are in either one of these conferences, and then you're on TV all the time and on bigger TV packages. I just think that's
100%.
That's how you grow.
Here's the thing. I've said this forever. I believe it. I'll believe it till the day I die, and we're probably never going to get to see it. Sacramento is 100% a college town. Now, they're not, right? I mean, you got college, but I'm saying,
vibes of it.
If you just imagine this city, if Sac State was Alabama, if Sac State was Florida or Florida State or anyone, Texas, Ohio State, whatever it is, think about where those places are. Tallahassee, the capital of Florida, Gainesville, Columbus. You're not talking about all these, Texas is in Austin. That's a pretty big city. Sacramento has the perfect demographic makeup to be the tailgating, rabid college football type city. We just, and no offense to UC Davis or Sac State, I don't mean this in any disrespectful way. We have nothing on a national scale to root for here.
Yeah, and now both programs have been better. Certainly Sac State now with 4 straight years of the playoffs. The Causeway 2 years ago had 23,000. I mean, that was incredible.
Yes.
So it's there. The potential is there. It just, to me, it's one of those things that it's probably a school amongst others that are trying to move up, or if they are, have some financial problems to do so, or some issues to do so. But you kind of have to spend money too to get there. And so, like, if those are future goals, which I believe they are, and maybe they can be fast tracked, they got to do it.
Well, and we had, what was it, maybe 8 years ago, we had kind of a meeting of the minds here with a bunch of local school officials, just talking about this subject, and I learned so much. And the biggest thing I learned is it's about endowment, really. And if it's just strictly about endowment, the gap between UC Davis and Sac State endowment wise is rather large.
Right.
But as Ward and AB are saying in the chat, and I'm glad they said this. Ward said, Sac State would get rocked if they went in there. Yeah. Yes, they would. But I don't think the first year or two, my opinion, I don't think the first year or two they'd struggle to be a 500 team, I think. But the point being, that's at first.
Yeah.
Then you build the program. Now you take it to a different level because you're there, because you're getting big conference money, TV deals, all that. Now you've got a different level of recruit coming in, coach coming in, facility coming in.
Well, let's either one. If you try to put them in the Mountain West or in what this new Pac-12 could be. Okay, so let's say they're at 10 years established.
Yeah.
Whatever their record is.
That's right.
I think they have a better chance of landing people at Sac State than Oregon State.
I'm with
Washington State.
I 100% agree with you. If it's done right, you're 100% right for proximity, TV, the whole thing.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden you're a Pac-8, Pac-6, Pac-12 contender, if you will. You're on national TV. You're on real ESPN all the time.
Oh, and then you're going to play like consistently, maybe non-league. Hey, we're going to the SEC and playing Alabama.
That's right.
There you go. Or hey, you worked out a deal. Here comes, I don't know, Purdue, like just bigger Illinois.
You're raising the profile.
Right.
You're raising the profile. And by the way, there's not a zero chance at all. There's a far better than zero chance that Sac State's going to have a nice brand new sparkly stadium at some point in the next few years.
Yep.
that's another thing. The facilities, everything that comes with it. Anyways, that's kind of cool. We'll take a break. When we come back, what to watch tonight? We've got it for you. Plus a little bit of college football, but with a very familiar face involved as well. We'll get to all that right after that.
Our first year as the radio home of the San Francisco 49ers is one we will never forget.
And Logan Ryan picks him up. Looks like they're playing man. Laporte is over there as well. It's 5 out. It's empty on 4th down. Goff back. Not going to get out to his right. Being chased. Throws, and it is incomplete. The 49ers take over on 4th down again.
Congratulations to the 49ers on a terrific year. And thank you for so many wonderful memories.
Premier Pools and Spas was founded in Sacramento and has been an institution in the area since 1988. It was the place we called when we were looking to add a pool, and you should too. Their commitment to the job showed with their pride, their effort, and the integrity that started with the initial consultation all the way through the completion of the project. And as a satisfied Premier Pools and Spas customer, I'm encouraging you to enjoy the benefits of their endless summer sale going on now through September 21st. Take advantage of the last sale of the season and enjoy thousands in savings for a new pool and pool remodeling projects. So if you're looking to build your dream pool or breathe new life into your existing one, check out Premier Pools and Spas' endless summer sale and find out why they're the region's leading pool builder and have proudly been serving Sacramento since 1988. That's Premier Pools and Spas. Contract number 589234.
You can host the best backyard barbecue when you find a professional on Angie to make your backyard the best around. Connect with skilled professionals to get all your home projects done well. Inside to outside, repairs to renovations. Get started on the Angie app or visit Angie.com today. You can do this when you Angie that.
Tired of ads interrupting your favorite news podcasts? Good news. Ad-free listening on Amazon Music is included with your Prime membership. Stay up to date on everything newsworthy with podcasts like The Daily, Up First, and 5 Things Uninterrupted at Amazon.com/ad-free. Just head to Amazon.com/ad-free to catch up on the latest episodes without the ads.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code CLEAN to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code CLEAN for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code CLEAN for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Fargo, your virtual assistant from Wells Fargo, makes banking faster and easier. Like this.
Fargo, what did I spend on groceries last month?
And this.
Fargo, turn off my debit card.
And this.
Fargo, what's my checking account routing number?
And that's just the beginning. Do you, Fargo? You can in the Wells Fargo mobile app. Learn more at wellsfargo.com/getfargo.
Fargo is only available on the smartphone versions of the Wells Fargo mobile app. Wells Fargo Bank N.A., member FDIC.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. Chad, what's going on for Ram Power Days?
If you've been looking for the right, hard-to-find Ram heavy duty, great news. We have them. And right now, you can save up to $15,500 off MSRP on the new 2024 Ram 2500s.
You always seem to have the best deals and biggest selection of Ram trucks.
That's why we are California's #1 Ram truck dealer and #3 in the nation. Plus, we have over 400 new Ram trucks available, including those hard-to-find heavy duties. Your perfect truck is waiting at the Hoblet Ram Truck Center.
Find your new heavy-duty Ram in the Hoblet Ram Truck Center. See their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. And remember to check out the Hoblet Used Car Super Center in downtown Woodland with over 50 cars under $20,000. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet.
period.
15,500 total net savings on select new Ram 2,500 tradesmen after 9,000 factory rebates, 6,500 dealer discounts. Rebates include 3,000 Hoblet select inventory coupons, 2,000 Hoblet trade-in assistance, must have qualifying trade-in, and 2,000 on-the-job incentive for qualifying business owners. At least 5 of this net savings. See dealer for details.
It's the home opener for the Sacramento State Hornets this Saturday. 6 p.m. kickoff versus Nichols. Get your tickets at hornetsports.com.
I'm going to forget these stupid glasses. Hey, guess what, Jason?
What's that?
People have been listening, participating, and as always, we like to bribe them.
Yeah.
We will bribe you to listen. And we've got a twofer going on right now. Been doing this all week. Let's start with Zeppelin USA, the ultimate, people say, tribute band, Zeppelin USA. That's this September, which is this month. Always right now at Thunder Valley Casino and Resort. All you have to do is hit up our Folsom Lake Honda hotline at 1-800-920-1140. We're looking for caller number
one.
First one in. First caller gets that pair of tickets to check out an unforgettable night of the songs you know and love from Zeppelin USA. Only at Thunder Valley Casino.
Be fast.
You know, when I read this and I read Zeppelin, it's just funny what the mind does. I always think of Randy in A Christmas Story when they open up that, wow, a Zeppelin. Yeah. Also, the Marysville Stampede is returning to Northern California this weekend for September's biggest party, celebrating Western heritage, and Sactown Sports wants you to get back in the road EO. All you have to do is hit up, again, the Folsom Lake Honda hotline, 1-800-920-1140. Looking for caller number?
On this one, 3.
3. Oh, my goodness. Be quick.
Yeah.
Be quick. Shannon Sharp. All you got to do, caller number 3, score the family 4-pack to check out the Marysville Stampede this Saturday and Sunday at why am I having a stroke? At Riverfront Park in beautiful downtown Marysville.
There you go.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Downtown Marysville. All right. MC's been on it all morning. Congratulations to the guys that walked do the spacewalk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Good job. Would not want a spacewalk.
Yeah.
I didn't want to. Everyone wants to. I do not want to go to space. I'm good.
Nah.
100%
I didn't really
good.
that curious at all.
Like, again, if you could Jetsons it and go in the little and then just instantly be there, I mean, that's kind of cool.
I probably want to be back pretty quick.
Yes.
Make sure I made it back.
100%. And I don't know if that's just, be curious if people in our generation, I mean, look, I'm not trying to make light of it at all, but like I've been damaged watching space exploration in my lifetime. I'm good, dude. And so I do have a respect for the people that go. I cannot imagine, like, you're in the chair in the shuttle or whatever, and it's, you're getting ready to take off, and then I just imagine that, like, as the countdown started, I would be the guy that's like, oh God, I don't want to do, guys. I
gotta go to the bathroom.
I gotta pee. I don't. And then you take off, and then it's like the G4. You just.
Does anybody see my phone?
Right. I dropped it, and I assume you have to put your tray and tables up.
Yes. Seatbelts on.
Do they say you have to but do they say, like, and also put away all your devices or put it on airplane mode? It might mess with I always wondered about that too in planes. They say you got to put it on airplane mode. Like, what? My iPhone's going to mess with your telemetry, like your radar. Okay. What kind of movie? You think they show like a movie? What would be funny is if they did show a movie on the whatever flight, and it's like Alien, 2001.
I have seen a horror movie on a plane before.
Dude, that should the problem is other people can see your screen.
Yeah.
So I forget what movie it was, but I was watching like it was a normal, I think it was like an action movie. I don't know what it was. And I had the aisle seat, and I'm just kind of, you're on a plane. It's like a 3-hour flight. God, I can't remember the movie. So I'm watching the movie, and then all of a sudden, not all of a sudden, I didn't think anything of it at first, but this and that, and they're talking about boob.
Oh.
Right. But then it occurred to me, like, boob was on the screen for a while, and then I looked to my right, like 2 rows behind me. It's kid.
Oh, thought it was a nun.
And kid is looking.
Yeah.
And I was like, and I just shut up. I didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
I'm guessing like 11, 12-year-old.
It was.
That's when you have that sixth sense.
100%. Like his boob dar went off.
Yes.
And I'm sitting there for like.
I'm praying that he like saw you come on board, and then he's just like, oh,
that's my guy. I got to sit strategically 2 rows behind him.
This was like years ago, and I remember for the rest of the flight, I'm like, you're such a terrible person. Like, you're the worst. He
followed you home.
And then now whenever I go to watch a movie, I'm like, I go to there's this place where I like people.
Mr. Skin?
No. Although that would probably work. But no, it's like parents reviewing movies, and they'll be like, oh, there's violence. There's what I always check. You don't want to be that guy or gal. Good morning, JR.
I'm calling for the free moonwalk tickets.
Yes, that's
we're sending you to space.
That's tomorrow, JR.
Oh, darn it.
Yeah, sorry.
I have watched many flight movies. One time a guy was watching full-on porn right next to me.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and it's not the first time. Remember when you used to have that guy, Don Geronimo, on the same radio station?
I do.
Do you remember when he told the story about that? I thought, oh my God, I had that happen to me once on a plane too.
That was your dad.
And the guy, what?
Was your dad next to you?
Right.
It was a video of him and my mom. It was gross.
Oh, okay.
All
right.
You went there. I was just calling in to say I wanted tickets. But the plane rides where you can just stand up behind and watch like 20 different movies going on, thinking, okay, there's a freaking one with a plane crash literally in the movie.
Yeah. And that should be outlawed.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't want to see a plane. Like, you know what movie is the worst movie to watch on a plane is Air Force
Snakes on a
One.
Plane.
Or Snakes on a Plane. Yeah.
Isn't that what JR was watching?
Yeah, Snakes on a Plane.
Okay, thank you.
As a kid, did you ever see Twilight Zone, the movie?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
So as a kid, I saw that in the theater, whatever, enjoyed it, but I was 10 to 12-ish, I guess. And the next day I had a flight, and I literally was on the wing, and I was like, oh, man. And I just kept, you get that stuff in your head, and you just kept looking. And it wasn't nighttime, thankfully, but I just kept looking out there like,
you thought there was going to be a monster on the wing, Jason?
Well, you're 10 years old. Why not?
Yeah, why not?
It was in the movies. So
dude, I saw The Shining when I was like 10 or 11, and to this day, if somebody has one of them shower curtains and I go in to pee, I have to open it in case the old lady's in there.
Yeah.
Like that.
Then what?
If she was, I just do my business. Hey, old lady, how you doing?
Want to see it?
It's my beak. Yeah, that should never happen. Anyways, Bills and Dolphins tonight. Thursday Night Football right here on Sactown Sports. I will say this. This isn't funny, and I don't know why, but at some point tonight, I'm going to chuckle to myself at the amount of 55 and older. So they're like, where's the game?
No.
It's not. I know it's on. It's on NFL Network.
You never find it.
Never find it. Amazon. Yeah. Arizona State, Texas State. Why do we care? Well,
why you care?
Because there's a guy in there you're familiar with.
I am. I miss him too. Scattaboo.
Cameron Scattaboo.
Year 2 is now a senior at Arizona State.
Yeah, last week, all he did, 33 rushes, 262 yards.
Dang.
I know the odds are he probably won't be an NFL player, but he also strikes me as a guy that could sneak onto some team and be one of them do everything guys.
That's the thing. I feel like he can make a roster because, one, he literally can play the position of running back. He's thrown the ball a bunch of years. He's punted.
He's like a little Swiss Army knife.
Yeah, special teams.
Maybe he could be like a little Taysom Hill or something.
Yeah.
He'd be somewhere in Tennessee where they just bring him up, and then everyone's like, "Whoa, where did this guy come from?"
Yeah, never heard of him.
Never heard of him.
Yeah.
Well, we've heard of him. When we come back, listen,
look,
we're gonna have a little crosstalk. I don't know why I'm saying it like it's a big deal. We're gonna have crosstalk with Styles and Watkins. We'll do celebrity birthdays.
Yes.
And
To Sactown Sports on YouTube and watch the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Styles and Watkins, and the Drive Guys, live Monday through Friday from 6 to 6. Plus, view archive shows and exclusive content.
Subscribe at youtube.com/Sactown Sports.
Hey, look. Listen. You never know when you may need someone to help represent you on your behalf. For whatever the reason may be, you want to be prepared if you're in this situation. And to help you get prepared, I've got someone for you. I got a guy for you. He's here local. He's in town. He's one of us. He's in our community. And that is, go to saclegaldefense.com. You'll find the offices of Jonathan Gonzalez and his team right there in downtown. He's a guy you can call. You can reach out to for help. Whatever you might need, 916-304-9187. Now, right, why would you need him? Well, there's auto accidents. Those do happen, unfortunately. You might need some help there. You might have something from your record that you would like removed, an expungement. He can take care of that and help you with that. Wrongful termination cases, they sadly do happen all the time, and you might need representation. Well, here you go. So whatever the case may be, whatever the situation may be, you want someone that will be in your corner, someone you can trust, someone that's got experience, knowledge, and really the full comprehension of all the law, right? So that's who you want. Let me tell you about Jonathan Gonzalez, saclegaldefense.com. Again, call him at 916-304-9187.
I'm Ken Korak with your Green and Gold Report, brought to you by Xfinity Mobile. Connect to the most reliable 5G network nationwide. Well, it will certainly be emotional when the A's get back home to begin the final homestand in Oakland. And think of all the success the A's have had over the years at the Coliseum. In fact, the A's have the most walk-off wins in baseball beginning in 1968, including 3 on the last homestand, a home run by Shea Langoliers and 2 singles by Seth Brown.
Want to save on some of the biggest names in streaming on the network made for streaming? Now through September 21st, get 150 megabit Xfinity Internet for 12 months with a 1-year contract. And for just $15 a month, add the new screensaver that includes Peacock, Apple TV Plus, and Netflix for just $35 a month. Switch to Xfinity.com today. First, because for the auto pay is still equipment tested at Visa time. After promo, regular internet rates apply. Currently $54 a month. Actual speeds vary. Screensaver requires Xfinity Internet ATV and price subject to change.
You guys got a new Honda? Well, it was like this. My mom was driving me to school when her car started smoking. My mom was about my dad and said, if you value your life and our marriage, you'll take care of this now. So my dad called the stop the Honda and was like, can you give me approved for a new car and save my marriage? And they're all, sure, Mr. Jones, we do this every day. And just like that, Stockton Honda to the rescue.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave inviting you to make the switch to electric this spring and save big with American Energy. Stay ahead of the spiking energy bills this summer with up to $9,000 in rebates on a new ultra-high efficiency comfort system. American Energy is providing huge rebates from SMUD as well as spring specials by installing one of many incredibly efficient AC options available to you right now. Get rid of those fluctuating gas bills in the winter and switch to year-round all-electric with American Energy. Let them perform a free in-home energy efficiency analysis and see where they can help you save for the warmer months ahead. These guys are the best. Been serving the greater Sacramento area since 1981. A+ from the Better Business Bureau. Learn more by calling 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990.
916-520-9990.
Sacramento, Dirk Bentley's coming to town. Getting drunk on a plane. For his only show in California this year, Saturday, September 28th at Health Park for Country in the Part 2. And he's bringing some friends. Parmalee. I want to close your eyes for this. Tyler Rich. Dasha. And more. Saturday, September 28th at Art Health Park. Get your tickets today before there's at CITVFest.com. Brought to you by the California Army National Guard and Red's Pizzeria and Tap House.
It's time for the news of the day.
The latest headlines, the biggest stories, hard-hitting analysis.
Yeah, this is none of those things. And now, here's Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross.
Hey, yo! All right, what's going on? I was listening. What we get stuff?
Oh, fun stuff.
Yeah.
The best.
All right. Now, is it? How's your day going?
Let's get it started.
Let's get it started.
Might get another screen tonight. Ballers.
Really?
Playoffs. It's actually YOLO high wheelers right down the street.
High wheelers?
UC Davis. Yeah.
Is there anything better than Oakland playoff baseball?
I mean, there really is. So I got to get in the zone.
Yeah.
Take off after the show.
Yeah. Nice.
Gotcha. Chris, how's your day going?
Fantastic.
So I'm reading the article on the Mr. Belvedere thing. Sorry. And, it's funny because it's an article about how that story isn't true.
That's funny. I'm reading an article
in 2020 and then was amended in 2022 to say that the producer confirmed it. So I had old news. Do you remember the show Mr. Belvedere? Anyways, the guy who played Mr. Belvedere, there is a story that, by the way, it was Sandler that told the story originally, they said, that Adam Sandler told from a friend of his. So it was secondhand that, for TV series, movies, whatever, they do table reading, right? And so Mr. Belvedere was, he was like this big English, jovial, what was his real name? Do you remember?
Belvedere.
Yeah.
Belvedere.
Anyways, it had Bob Uecker in it. So that's great. Here's, there you go. Mr. Belvedere on the left. Right. And this guy also on the bottom left, or on the right. Sorry.
Wenlace Davenport.
Bob Uecker, thank you. And then the guy on the bottom left who played Rob, I think, the older brother, he was actually rumored for a while to be actually Marilyn Manson. Remember that rumor?
Really?
Yeah, they thought he was.
No, I thought it was a kid from Wonder Years.
No, it was dude, Rob from Marilyn Manson.
Whatever high school you went to, it's different.
But he kind of looks like him, though, is the thing. I think that's why it caught on. Anyways, so the story was that they came in for a table reading one day, and the guy who plays Mr. Belvedere came in. He's at the head of the table, and he goes, "Hello, everybody. Good day." It's what he'd always do. And he sat down on his junk, and that he had actually exploded one of them and had to be taken out of there on a stretcher, and they had to shut down production for like a month and a half because Mr. Belvedere broke his junk. That is right. So I used to talk about it on the air, and it was then debunked about how it was an urban legend. But then apparently Christopher Laud's sources 2 years later confirmed that it was true.
Sources close to the situation.
You know how I can find it? There's a way I can actually confirm this, Chris. One way. We have a friend of the show, Carmichael resident, who works every day with Bob Uecker.
That's true.
Jeff Levering, who does play-by-play for the Brewers. I don't know how Jeff would ask the question, or if he'd even be comfortable asking it of
you got to say like, oh man, the other day I was sitting down and I accidentally sat on myself.
Yeah.
You ever know anyone that do that?
Yeah. You ever hear that? Yeah. Oh, we must be in the front row. Yeah, we can confirm that. Anyways.
That was coming up on the show today.
Yeah, you guys talking about that?
No.
Family reference. No. All right. What about any chance you guys are gonna talk about this?
I don't want anything coming to Sacramento without Major League standard, because then what type of light does it put on Sacramento? Oh, they're the team with the AAA ballpark that no players want to play. I don't think Sacramento deserves that. On the NBA, we have an NBA arena, so now the Sacramento Kings are a respected franchise in the NBA because it has the facilities that every other city has. So why would you want to put a pox on the city of Sacramento by carrying out a substandard facility and putting a cloud over Sacramento, one that would probably defer it from being a major league city. I don't think people have thought about that.
That's Super Agent Scott Boras talking about the A's. Yeah, that's
Live from Atlanta. We'll paraphrase it
a little bit. Also, speaking about how the Players Association hasn't signed off,
they still haven't signed.
They still have not signed off, and the way he says it is like this.
How does this thing end?
What does that mean? How does this thing end? I know. Breaking news. I know exactly how it's 100% poorly. Hate to be that guy, man. It is going to end poorly.
What are the chances that an official athletics pitch is thrown? What percentage?
Oh, I think that'll happen. I do. I think they'll figure it out. The baseball union has no power. They'll give Tony Clark something to get him to rubber stamp the thing, and I think that part will happen. I think we're just seeing the first of many catfish rings going on. Celebrity Birthday is brought to you by Crumble Cookies. Hey, listen. Nothing brings family and friends together. Oh, sorry. Better to turn off Alan's mic just to do it. Better than Crumble Cookies. Nothing, ever. And it's not just Crumble Cookies, it's Crumble Cookies and more. Real quick, somebody said this to me yesterday. You know that New Era Caps has a hat out right now with the Kings logo on it and a 1X NBA champions. You okay to wear that? No. Because it's Rochester, right?
Yeah. You can wear it.
Also just pretty.
You're counting all the Boston championships count. There was 4 teams.
But they were in Boston.
They were in Boston.
Yeah.
They were in Boston.
4 teams.
They're counting.
That's what it looks like.
I like that.
I like it too, but
it's
like,
I don't feel that.
Is it a snapback?
That's one of the little things in the back. Yeah. Because you snap the back. Here's the other problem. It's $38.99 after shipping. You're paying $50 for that.
That's normal.
That's
you rock that with the gold jersey.
Are you one of those? You're not one of those. That's a bit. Please tell me you're not a those jersey
with a grill.
Between the red and the gold.
I'll be in the media section.
All right. So
can you stop touching? It's very delicate over here.
I fidget with this.
Stop it. You're broke. You broke it.
No,
now we know.
No, ever since it broke.
Oh.
It's supposed to be. I miss it.
Because you broke it.
I did not. Celebrity birthday.
Ryan.
Happy birthday, guys, to not 1, but 2 Chains.
Oh, 2 Chains. Also, south of the border is Toast Chains. Did you know that? That's how he tours.
2 Chains. Older than you think.
Yeah, he's probably
played, I think, D2 basketball.
I'm going to say he's 43.
I think 2 Chains. I'll say 40.
Oh.
I want to go 46.
40, I'll say 46.
But I'm a coward.
I'll say 40.
Chris Watkins is close as 47.
Told you. Should have believed myself.
Happy birthday to Yao Ming.
Yao is 40. I was channeling Cameo. He is 43.
Now he's 46.
50.
Yeah.
48.
Yao Ming is 44.
Yes.
Wait, who won that one?
You said 43.
Yeah.
Not you. Not you, Alan.
He's very happy that you got it.
Yes. Happy birthday, Andrew Luck.
Oh. Andrew Luck is 32. He's younger than you think he is. I might have gone too young there, but
I thought he was. Is he before or after camp?
Yeah.
I think he's 35.
I'll say
37.
We have a correct answer that goes to Alan Styles, 35.
There you go.
Yes.
Some more correct answers.
Yes.
Styles and Watkins coming up next on Sactown Sports.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Keegan's going for another triple.